Club football is back, and what a way to start it up again, because one of the biggest clubs in England, one of the biggest clubs in the world, with quite possibly the greatest forward of all time, is hosting Manchester United today at the King Power Stadium. Who's going to come away with all 3 points? Well, I hope you'll join us, because we're going to have the pre-match, the post-match, and the during the match all here for the watch-along. Won't you join us?
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon, good evening for all of you in the United Kingdom. Good morning from here in Canada as we set up to start off an exciting watch-along to come back from the international break. So we can definitely get a few greetings in. Carmen, good to see you. So Nick, my apologies for the late start today. It took me a little bit longer than I expected to get the graphics in. LCFC fan, hello. Kieran Davitt will obviously be hoping for a good result today. But as we get into the discussions, I'm going to be adding in my lovely co-host for today's watch along, Jono. Jono, how are you doing today?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
I am good. So I think we can start off just by getting right on into it and discussing the lineups for today, because there are some exciting squads we're seeing and some big changes around for both teams. And quite frankly, I'm expecting to see a goal fest today. How are you feeling?
Nervous. I wasn't confident in the last few games. I'm not confident now, but the lineup does give me some confidence because we're not playing 4 at the back. We're playing 3 at the back. It looks like we're going attacking. We're not going to be passing around the back. We're going to be countering because we can't sit back against Manchester United. With Ronaldo, we're just going to get destroyed. So
absolutely. Let's jump right in with the lineups, actually. So I'll pop that graphic up that is admittedly why we're late today. So Leicester City are going forward with a 3-4-1-2 formation. Kasper Schmeichel plays in goal as always. Back 3 of Çağlar Söyüncü, Johnny Evans back in the lineup following his injury, and Big Dan Amarte. And then a middle 4 of Timmy Castagna, Boubakary Soumare, Yuri Tielemans, and Ricardo Pereira. Sitting just behind the strikers will be James Maddison, so both Maddison and Tielemans back in the lineup together. And then a front 2, as many fans have been hoping for, of Senior Man Kells and Jamie Vardy. And then a quick run through on the bench. Ryan Bertrand, Harvey Barnes, Mark Albrighton, Danny Ward, Ayoze Perez, Hamza Chowdhury, Yannick Vestergaard still in the squad despite possibly picking up an injury in training. And then Daka and Lookman round off the bench. So a very positive lineup, not going 4 at the back. So I don't know we'll be seeing quite as much of that tippy-tappy passing around in the back 2 lines. And 2 up front with Maddison sitting behind them. Looks like we might be going in for an attack here.
Yeah, I think this is our best lineup apart from Amarte for Fofana. This is a brilliant lineup. Really happy. Everyone's being at the back gives me much more confidence with Söyüncü being there. Castagna, brilliant wing backs. I hope Maddison plays well because he needs to pass it to Iheanacho's been informed of Vardy, one of the top goal scorers of Premier League this season. So I think it's brilliant.
Now, this squad feels a little bit experimental to me, and I'll admit I'm kind of surprised to see both Tielemans and Maddison in the same starting lineup, because what I found from them in a lot of recent matches is that they both play very well if they're in the position Maddison is in for this game. Sort of sitting back right behind the attackers, playing those through balls in, sometimes making the run when necessary. But I find whoever doesn't get in that position kind of struggles today. So I'll be keeping a close eye on Tielemans there. But what do you think about them both starting?
I think Maddison's had a good time off just to, compose and get any little niggles of injury out of there. I think he's been training. I think they'll both work together well. I hope they don't clash. But one thing we didn't have last season is a very, very strong bench. So if we do need to make some adjustments, we can. We can bring on Daka. We can bring on Lookman. If we need to change midfield, we can bring on Brighton, Chowdhury. So, yeah, I think even if there are some difficulties in the midfield, we can make some good changes.
Yeah, I can already kind of picture like the Brendan Rodgers substitutions probably being like maybe Sumare will come off for Chowdhury, one of the two wingers will come off for Albrighton. But one of the changes that I think could be a little bit exciting is all depending on how the match is going for us towards, that 60th minute where he normally makes the changes. I think we could even see us go to a front three at some point. We might see maybe Madison come off for Barnes, and we can go for a front three of Nacho, Vardy, and Barnes all together.
Yeah, I can also see Lookman coming on for that attacking threat. Lookman's been one of our super subs coming on, not necessarily scoring, but causing a lot of threat, especially in the counter-attacking. So, as I said, we've got a lot of options. Even got Daka. We're going to see a front three of Daka, Vardy, and Nacho. That would be very frightening for them. Or bring up Vardy for Daka. We've got the options now to make this sort of brilliant, tactical change if we need to, especially as Manchester United. But one thing I need to say is that Brendan has been making his substitutions way too late in the game to make a difference. If we see a sort of like push of Manchester United making a difference, we have to make that change just so we don't fall behind.
Completely agreed. I don't think you'll find a single Leicester fan that thinks they agree with how long Brendan waits for substitutions, but I think he also is starting to feel a little hot under the collar. I'm sure that he's been under a little bit of pressure, but we also have heard from him in recent press conferences, especially around the Newcastle rumors, that he wants to stay at Leicester. He's happy at Leicester. So I think if he does start to get some pressure from the board, perhaps to make something different, start making changes, this is really going to be that springboard for him. And we're seeing that in the lineup. We might just see it in his changes as well.
This is a statement. This formation is a statement. He's saying what's before this international break, what we've been doing has not worked. He's gone back to the drawing board. He's thought, right, what players have we got now in our disposal with our new signings to make a difference on the field? And this is a great platform to do it against a Manchester United team who's coming to Leicester City when we've not been in good form here, especially at home. So this is going to be a very good test for Brendan to show what tactical masterclass he can be against a big club. And don't forget, Vardy loves scoring against Manchester United. He loves it. So let's hope he can do it today.
He loves a goal against any of the big clubs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going to use Nick Moore's comment here as a bit of a segue for me to bring up Manchester United's lineup for this game. So United are going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Harry Maguire does make it into the lineup despite some possible injury woes for him. So in goal, of course, as always, is David De Gea. Back four of Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, who paid for our training ground, of course, Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka. Then we've got a back midfield two of Nemanja Matic and Paul Pogba. Back a forward receding line three of Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, and Mason Greenwood. And who else would be up front but Cristiano Ronaldo? And then on their bench, they've got Bailly, Mata, Rashford, Lingard, Dalot, Henderson, Telles, Van de Beek, and Scott McTominay. Now, one of the things that I did want to discuss, looking at both this lineup and the Leicester City lineup, is both teams are currently missing a core center back. There was actually the possibility both would be missing two. However, both United have gotten Maguire back and Leicester have gotten Johnny Evans back in their respective lineups. But of course, United are still missing Raphael Varane due to injury. And so as a result, both teams very strong up front. Leicester with, of course, Nacho and Vardy, and United with Ronaldo, and both a little bit weak in central defense. So I think we're going to start getting into some of the score predictions from the chat as well. But do you think that there won't even be floodgates to begin with, let alone floodgates opening this match?
I think it's going to be a goal fest. I think Brendan's going to go, look, just like I think what I said before, what he's done tactically at the beginning of the season has not worked at all. We're not in a good position in the league, so he's going all out. He's going all guns blazing. Just say, look, stay safe at the back. Don't pass around the back. Just get it to midfield and just try and feed it to Vardy as much as you can. And hopefully Vardy can get past Lindelof and past Wan-Bissaka and get a lot of goals in.
Well, I know during the week we of course did the fan show with one of the Manchester United channels as well, and of course I've got a few Manchester United fans at work that I've been discussing this with. Both teams are going to be pretty vulnerable on the break at the moment. We saw that from Leicester in the match against Burnley. We saw that in the match against Crystal Palace as well. But Manchester United were quite reliant on Varane for his pace in center back, whereas Harry Maguire is, I would say, a little bit more of like a Vestergaard type figure for them. He's one of those dominating large figures, but he's not someone who can chase down, say, a Jamie Vardy who's coming through on a break. So again, like that, this is where I sort of agree with you that this is going to be a goal fest, because that is where both teams are quite weak at the moment, is that they're both going to be vulnerable to breaks. They're both going to be vulnerable in that center defense. So we're going to see a lot of through balls just either up and over or straight through down the middle here.
I think that's why Brendan's gone with this formation, because we've got two fast wing backs who can get back just in case they do counter. And also you've got Evans. Evans is very clever. He's a very, very, he understands the game very well. He knows where to be at what point. So you've got Evans to make those clinical tackles and to know where to be. Evans can be the one, means once you can be the one who comes back and, chases down a counter attack and makes those tackles, which he always does. Just don't do it in the penalty box. So the only worry I have is Amartey hasn't faced quality like Ronaldo before. He hasn't got that experience playing against such, well, he's one of the best players in the world. So can he cope with Ronaldo? I don't know, but we've got Pereira on that side as well. Hopefully give him that experience in as well.
I was going to say, I agree with what you were just mentioning there about Pereira. That's one of the other things that I like about this formation, and specifically about the team selection, is that it feels like it can be very fluid if need be. Maddison, that position, if not Maddison himself, could easily come into that and make it a front three. But similarly, Castagna and Pereira are very versatile players. And while I know that they don't always play such, I always think of them as more defensive type players, that sort of left and right back type. So they could easily make this a 5-2-1-2 formation should we need to just go all hands back and park the bus. Yeah. And similarly, Castagna and Pereira Castagna a little bit less so, but Pereira is one of those sort of level-headed marshalling type players. Like, he's an older soul than he really is. Like, you wouldn't think that he's just in his mid-20s, because he plays like somebody who has like 10 years experience in the Premier League. So if Amartey seems to be a little bit worrisome, I definitely think those players could fall back and create that sort of brick wall in the defense that might still be a little porous, but maybe not quite as much as back three as it looks at the moment.
Well, we've got, as we'll go back to the bench, but we've always got Bertrand to bring on experience. And, if we want to go to a back four, we can take off a midfielder and go to a back four, bring Bertrand in, or, we could take a march up in Vestergaard, and we've got multiple options. If we're winning the game, just, make the same changes over. But if we do get a lead and need to maintain it, we can go defensive. So Brendan's got, all these options to go for to try and maintain, to get the win. And this is the best squad we've had all season to try and get an attacking win, especially against Manchester United, who do look weak at the back, and we can utilise that with Vardy. And even Daka, we can, at the end of the game, if Daka comes on with pace, Maguire and Lindelof can't hold him. So hopefully we can do that.
Completely agreed. All right, I'm going to put our pretty faces back up on screen and address a few of the comments that are coming in. Terry, hello from Canada as well. So in Canada, I've been watching through DAZN, which is the online streaming service with the licensing rights. So if you've got an account with them, you should be able to watch the Leicester match today up in Canada. Now, I know we were just mentioning this being a very strong Leicester lineup. Similarly, I want to bring up some good news for once that has come into Leicester City, part of which has been about sort of dispelling those rumors around Newcastle pickups that could be made since they've been taken over. Brendan Rodgers, of course, saying that he's going to be staying. But similarly, I've been seeing reports that we might finally be getting Wesley Fofana back. He might be ready by around Christmas time, sort of after the Christmas break. And that really could be what we need to sort of turn the team around, because we've been very porous in center defense. But if we can have Fofana and Evans going full speed, we're going to be in an amazing place. And of course, I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we were also looking at having James Justin back around the same time. And to finally see Leicester City coming up to full strength after, I think it's been like 18 months since we've had our entire squad fit, we're going to be dangerous again.
I was just about to say, I've been dabbling on social media, and Maddison is filming Fofana in a water running simulator where he run underwater, getting his fitness back. He looks very happy. Fofana looks very, he looks very excited. Maddison looks like he's getting on with everyone. Fofana looks like he's training well. He's looking fit. James Justin we've seen him in training videos. So really good we're getting these players back. We need them. So these two players will be really important coming back. Hopefully Johnny Evans doesn't get injured again. I'm one boy back too early. And it's really good that Brendan has nailed down that he is staying. He's not going anywhere near Newcastle because he knows that this is a team. He's building a project. Since he's come in, we've been in Europe twice in a row. We've won the FA Cup, we've won the Community Shield, and he wants to grow us. Yes, we're having a good start to the season, but what I'm thinking is, instead of having a bad end to the season, we've had to start the season and then push on to get top of the table towards end of the season. So that's what I'm hoping for.
And then on that note, let's I know we're both currently wearing the new kits at the moment. Forget FBS, let's talk MBS. Let's talk about the Newcastle takeover a little bit. Because I've been seeing a lot of people that are saying this is sort of doom and gloom. This is going to be the end of any chance at Leicester challenging. But I'm more optimistic around that because I don't think this is really going to change the Leicester game plan. I don't think this is going to change Kuntop's approach to Leicester City. And realistically, we've finished ahead of teams with far more money than us, and I think we can continue to do so.
We were the team that defined everyone's odds and had a team that was worth what? 40 million, the entire squad, and beat a team where, each player averaged 50 million. So we might be the last team to do that without a ridiculous amount of money. Yes, maybe, but we can show that. Well, we proved it. We bring in players that are worth Mahrez, what, 400,000? 400,000? One of the and went to Manchester City for millions. Kante, what was like 4 million, and we bring in players who aren't very good, well, not noticeable or very expensive, and we make into world-class players or going to be world-class players. So we prove that we don't need ridiculous amounts of money to play good football and to win games. So yes, maybe they can bring in Haaland or Mbappe, but we're the Leicester spirit, and we would always fight. And Kuntop's got a future for us, so I'm looking forward to it.
Completely agreed. Finally, before we start jumping into our predictions, I actually want to talk about how we're going to be looking at our full outlook. So I've pulled up Leicester City's upcoming fixtures, and of course, the media being the way that it is, the little pre-video on DAZN is talking about how awful Manchester United's run of next few games is going to be. But I'm going to run through the teams that Leicester are going to be facing next up in the Premier League. We've got Manchester United, of course, Brentford, Arsenal, Leeds, and Chelsea. And with how Brendan has been under a little bit of pressure to begin with, how many points do you think we can take from that?
I would like 10. Realistically, 6. Leeds is scary. Chelsea's gonna be up there for champions, so they'll be difficult. I don't think, but to be honest, I think after the break, I think this formation alone just proves to me Brendan will be serious about changing his tactics and going full out, especially when we've got more players back coming in now. So I think it'll be difficult.
Agreed. I honestly, I like you saying 10 because I think, like we were saying, this game could be a sort of defining moment for how this middle part of the season is going to go for Leicester. Because I could see if this match goes badly, we could only end up taking 1-2 points tops. If it goes well, we could take around 10. I think if this tactic proves to work, we could really take a game to Brentford, to Arsenal, to Leeds. But of course, Brentford have been terrifying this season. They've been sort of doing what Leeds did the season they got promoted, and Leeds, always a terrifying team since they got promoted, but they might be going through a little bit of second season syndrome right now.
Yeah, look, the Premier League, no, you can't take any team for granted. We just scraped past Norwich with a 2-1 win. We can't take any team for granted. So we've got to go to any game thinking we've got to play our best team. We can play the best tactics, because you can't think, oh, this game we can play a worse team because we'll win it. Because, you know, that's a recipe for disaster. We just have to take every game as it comes. And Manchester United is the first big test after the international break. And for me, Brandon has gone, look, we're going to go for it. And I'd rather lose and play fully attacking football and try, rather than lose and pass around the back, play tippy-tappy football than we've seen recently. So as long as we play good football and see improvement than before, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think that's a sentiment that a lot of fans have been sharing, is that we want to see, you know, exciting football that's fun to watch, even if it doesn't necessarily get us the results we want. I feel like that's a very Leeds mentality that we've been seeing at the moment. You know, they're a team that will go out and dominate a game or get dominated, but the football is good either way.
You always go to a Leeds game, expect them to score goals and play very good attacking football, and we've kind of lost that sort of brand at the moment with Leicester. You know, you always go to Leicester and think they're going to be really hard to break down and beat. The moment that it's more like, be patient with Leicester and you'll win. That's what it seems like. Just be patient, let them pass around, make a mistake, and we'll score. We want that to turn. We want that to be, oh, Leicester, like, if we counter, they can defend really well, and you know, we need to get that brand back, not the brand we've built over the season so far.
Agreed. All right, so we have got about 10 minutes until kickoff. I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if any of you would like to join us, share some pre-match views. Nick, I've been seeing your comments. If I get the chance to hop off the screen a little bit around kickoff, I will take down. Apparently, I didn't realize how cursed this shirt was. It's just the vintage Leicester one that I've got, but I'll put up like an Alliance and Leicester shirt instead, something like that. Finally, let's also discuss some score predictions. So you and I, of course, have both been saying that we're expecting a goal fest here. Let's take some of these last 10 minutes, get your predictions into the chat as well. So what I've been telling the team is that I think this is going to end 4-3. To who? No idea. But I think it's going to be a 4-3 scoreline.
I was going to say exactly the same. I think 4-3, but for United. I can just see now, 89th minute, 30 seconds, 3-3. Ronaldo runs past Amate. Amate trips Ronaldo, and they get a penalty. I can just see it. But as I said, like, long as I see an improvement and actually attacking football, it means we're progressing, and I'm happy. So as long as it's a good game and there's a good scoreline, I'm happy.
Now, I am going to also pull up David Brown's comment here. So you and I have been singing the praises of Brendan a little bit here, talking about it being an exciting change of tactic. But could this be what he's mentioning here, that we're actually just playing to our strengths here? We have more fit attacking players than we do defensive ones, so we're not playing defensive. It's a good point. I don't see it that way, because I don't think Brendan is that simple. But it's a fair point, and I can't say for sure.
Yeah, I do agree. Like, we do need to play to our strengths, and we're not playing to our strengths. But I think we've had so many injury problems that, you know, we had to play the team we had, and I think Brendan had to go with a team that, you know, that was our strongest, and that result was playing more defensive. But since we have Evans back, and with the players we have, we can go more attacking, and he knows that against Ronaldo and Manchester United, we can't play tip-tappy football and play at the back, because we will get punished, and if we don't go for it, we'll lose. So I think that's why we've gone to more attacking this game.
Agreed. Wazy, I've seen that you've joined in. If there's a chance I could get you to go camera on for this, I'll be happy to. Oh, they've been dropped out. No problem. All right, and then Matty Bond coming in with some positivity as well. Now, I've been, of course, talking quite a bit. Are there any sort of discussion points that you think we should discuss a little bit before we kick off? We got a few minutes left. They're showing some of the Leicester fans that have been filing into the stadium. Looks like it's a little bit chilly. A lot of fans are out there in jackets at the moment, and they're just showing the Premier League table.
It is chilly in here, so in England. So hopefully the players can put a good hot performance. But so you look at the table just to see what a win would do for us today if we do beat Manchester United.
Yes, let me pull that up because they're showing it in two parts at the moment. But just as it stands, Manchester United are in 4th, 14 points from 7 games. Leicester are in 13th, 8 points from 7 games. If we were to take a win, and I'm just discounting all other results, so assuming all other teams keep their current points totals, we would go up to 11 points, which would put us in 10th behind West Ham on goal difference. Lest we win by 7 goals or more.
Which, if we beat Man United by 7-0, I'm just going to say it now, and we'll run down the street naked.
I wasn't going to bet something quite that severe, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
But no, like, I think it's still earliest days in the Premier League. You know, Man City had this last year. They had an awful start of the season, and they just had a mad run and won the Premier League. So, with that sort of mentality, we can go. The season can still turn around. We can be Manchester United on a run of form, which we need. So hopefully we can get that. Especially with the run of games we've got, we need to go off in this game winning, and then we will put a good mindset for the next few months.
You know, a lot of people have been discussing that. They've only been looking at the number on the left-hand side of the table, but all things considered, and I realize we are 7 or 8 games into the season, which was when I said early in the season we could start to judge results. We're 10 points off of first place. That's not a horrific place to be. All things considered, when you get into the later stages of the season, that's where like 6th, 7th place normally is. Now, Obviously, we don't want to be this far back so early in the season, especially because of our reputation of falling back further. But like we've been discussing, our team is getting stronger as we get further into the season. And provided that we can avoid something disastrous, knock on wood here, it's looking up.
Yeah.
Leo, I've seen that you've joined. If you want to give me a quick thumbs up, I'll add you on to screen. How's it going?
Good, thanks. Do you want my prediction?
Yes, please. So let's kick off with score predictions.
Yeah, I feel like last season against United, we scored 2, 3, and 2 goals against them. So I've got a bit of a gut feel that if it's not complete side-to-side passing, I think it can be a high-scoring game. And I've actually gone with a 2-2 draw because I think United's defence, I don't know what Harry Maguire will be like because there's some fitness questions over him, but they could be a little bit vulnerable if he is injured. And I think it's Lindelof at centre-back with him.
That is correct. Yeah, I can pull up the lineups one more time. But yes, so Lindelof is sort of going to be that weak point for United in that back line because of the fact that they, of course, like we said, are missing Varane at the moment, and he's sort of that pace in center back for them.
And also, I think that I believe Harry Maguire isn't 100% fit. I don't think he's actually been 100% fit.
Yes, he should be around the same fitness level as Johnny Evans is.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So that's why I see us conceding a few goals, but yeah. And
I'm going to test my internet a little bit here and add Ross into the stream as well. If you can give me a quick thumbs up, Ross. Hopefully my internet provider holds up. But Ross, let's get your score prediction as well. We can get a little bit of a four-way conversation going.
Just look at the lineup. Some of the quick lineup: Schmeichel, Johnny Evans, Cags. Oh, so Cags is gonna have a good game today. Then Daniel Amate, Ricardo. And we're playing wing backs in Ricardo and Castagna.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, Tielemans, Soumare, Madison, Vardy, and Nacho. For them, I actually had a chance to see the teams. Yeah, I've been working, so I've just had a look. Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Greenwood, Paul Pogba, Matic, Shaw. I thought Maguire was injured.
Yes.
Okay. Lindelof.
I think it's much like Evan's situation where he's recovered earlier than expected, so likely not at full fitness, but good enough to make it into the lineup. Probably going to get an early substitution on both teams.
Oh, there you go. So De Gea on the bench, by Van der Bench, Scott McTominay, Tellez. Yeah, good lineup. I mean, my prediction. I mean, it's a big game today. It's massive. You know, people are gonna moan if we lose. People are gonna moan if we win. It's just one of them things, isn't it? So I want to say 2-1. I think we all know who's going to score for Manchester United. I'm not even going to say his name because you know it's going to happen. But I just hope we counter it with Vardy and needs an impression of him. Well, not impression. Nicks his celebration off him, if you get me drift. But no, I
know
think
that
2-1. Go on.
I was going to say we know that a lot of teams love to do that. Of course, we saw Everton do the same thing.
Yeah, but Vardy is the king of that.
Of course.
I'll say brick house because it's not past 9 o'clock. I'll say brick
We're not
house.
past the watershed. Wewe're not past the watershed, and we're a family channel.
I'm at brick house. There we go. So yeah, I thought on the ball there. But no, 2-1 Leicester. I think Nacho and I think Vardy will get a late winner, and obviously he'll score for them. And I really want Vardy to do it. It would be funny, great as if he did it. But now I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester. Oh, we have a good game. And is it you and John who do it watch along?
Correct.
Enjoy. I would, but I'm working. So yeah, I just thought I'd come in briefly now.
Much appreciated. Leo, I'm going to turn to you for a second, just as they are showing the lineups. And Ross, I'll let you go. Thanks for coming on. So Ross mentioned there that Evans being in the lineup means that Soyuncu is going to have a good game. Do you have high expectations for him this match?
Yes, I do. Obviously, there's Amati as well, so I'm interested to see how that plays out. But yeah, I think because him and Vestergaard, they weren't working. But as long as Evans isn't going to be a liability if he's not 100%, sharp, I'm convinced it will work.
I'm hopeful as well. We've seen a lot of positive from Soyuncu when he has that sort of level-headed marshalling type of center back, which just Johnny Evans has been more so than any other center back that we've had in the team in a very long time. So I'm definitely going to be hopeful to see some of that from him. The teams are taking the field. It looks like they're just going to be about to take the knee. So I'm probably going to let you go at this moment, but thanks for your views. Thanks for your prediction. If you get the chance to jump on at halftime or full time, please do.
Yeah, I'll say it. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, take care. All right, so Jono, I'm going to set up to share the game with you as well so that we can commentate together.
Sorry about that.
No worries. All right, so let me get the game up for you, and you're going to get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look for those of you in the audience.
If you start, I'll let you know if you're going laggy. If you go laggy, then I'll just do my own.
Yep. All right, so the players have just taken the knee with the referees as well. Of course, a very important message. And immediately afterwards, we have kicked off. Bruno took that kickoff very quickly, and United, of course, playing in their red strip, are going to be attacking to the left-hand side of our screen. And it's very quickly out for a Leicester City throw-in. So some quick early positivity.
We're already inside their third, which is very rare for this. Oh, unlucky. Actually kicked out of play. But we're already inside their third, which is very rare for the first 30 seconds of the game.
Especially for the fact that let's also not forget that Manchester United kicked off this game as well. So what we're also seeing, like, as Maguire is pressured by a couple Leicester City players, and Ricardo actually wins the ball off Shaw, letting it roll out for a Manchester United goal kick, is a much higher press and a lot more pressure just baseline than we've seen from Leicester City in a long time.
We've started the game like we're not here just to sit back and absorb pressure. We're going to go to you, but long ball from Manchester United, but it's gone out for a kick.
And Johnny Evans will let that roll right on out. Now, I'll tell you what, now that we have kicked off, I'm going to jump off screen just for a moment. Just to get a little bit of a good omen for us, I'm going to take down this kit and put up a different shirt. So I'll be back in just a moment.
It's just me. So the moment Johnny Evans is holding at the back. We are at the moment just passing around the back at the moment, just trying to calm down a bit. But hopefully it's not the whole game passing around the back and trying to build a way forward. But positive start from Leicester, showing that our intentions of pressing. So hopefully we can continue. Let's try and bring the score up. There we go. It's 0-0 in the second minute. Right, we're counter-attacking. Vardy's been fouled by Matic. And it's just a warning. It's not a yellow card. It's a warning, but it's a free kick to Leicester and just by the centre circle.
All right, I am back, and I have put up one of my favorite Leicester kits, at least, the one with probably the silliest sponsor we've ever had, and of course one from one of our title-winning seasons. Fee, I'll admit, would have been good to get the maroon kit up. You can't see actually the outside of my screen at the moment, but so I have this big backdrop set up, and then just boxes in my closet with my jerseys in them. It was pitch black in there because the backdrop is covering up my light. I couldn't see anything in there. I was just blindly feeling, in the first one I could feel with a Leicester crest, out and up. All right, so some tussle in the midfield. Yuri Tielemans intercepts the pass and starts a little bit of Leicester back and forth. And Castagna is moving up the left side of the field, but unfortunately a poor pass from Castagna there. A little bit of a midfield battle just over these last few seconds, as Sancho will try to bring the ball upfield, but he can't quite get his foot placement right. Plays in a through ball, trying to find Ronaldo, but Schmeichel will get there and smother that right in front of Ronaldo's feet, and he will just hold that to calm everything down for a few seconds. But right there, we were also seeing Ronaldo's runs. You know, even as he gets older, he still is very good at finding space, regardless of who he's playing against.
I just want to say, isn't it crazy that Cristiano Ronaldo is playing at the King Power Stadium in a league match? That is absolutely bonkers for me. I know for what I'll see Messi or Ronaldo playing at the King Power Stadium again, but I think it's brilliant.
It's one of the lovely things about football is that, you know, nothing is ever certain. You know, if we took this back to one of the last times where Ronaldo was playing for Manchester United, like 07-08, there's the kit we were wearing at the time. So it just shows just how sort of fluid the world of football can be. You know, even as we discuss things like the buyout of Newcastle, anything can change for a football team at any time. You know, back in that era as well, of course, like Bolton Wanderers were one of the most dominant forces in English football. They were getting into the UEFA Cup every few seasons, and now they're in League Two.
So it actually just fouled Manchester United player, but it's taken quickly, and Manchester United are pressing edge of our box, trying to pass it around with Sancho, now Maguire, Pogba to Luke Shaw.
A nice no-look pass there from Pogba, just to offer credit where it's due. He sat down Pereira when he did that, but
he made it through.
Kelechi Iheanacho just sent two United players back to Lancashire there. And a lovely pass finds Maddison in the area. He back heels, finds Tielemans at the edge of the area. He can't get his pass across to Vardy, unfortunately, but very positive play from United there. And a stunning run from Kelechi Iheanacho. He has definitely found his feet again.
Great tackle from in our third. Brilliant tackle. Went all the way to the edge of their box. And unfortunately couldn't get there. But Manchester United are now on the counter-attack.
Jadon Sancho coming in. He will try to find Greenwood, but a lovely tackle by Samari there.
Was it Samari?
Intercepts the pass and will find Kasper Schmeichel there.
And Schmeichel hooves up the pitch. No tippy-tappy, but it has gone out. He needs to improve the distribution, man. That was awful.
It's nice to know that, like, some things are always consistent. You know, the sun shine, birds fly, and Kasper Schmeichel cannot pass a ball.
He can, but he can't kick it. He can pass it, but he can't kick it out.
Yes.
But what I've liked in the first 5 minutes is we're not sitting back. We're trying to press. Absolutely.
You know, if you were just looking at the stats here, you wouldn't know like how impressive this match has been so far, because no shots on target yet, but a lot of impressive build-up play from both sides. Both teams really going at it. Sancho plays a nice ball that will find Matic, but Leicester City back in numbers, showing the fluidity of that lineup. Tielemans will intercept Pogba's pass, and Dan Amarte will get pulled down by Pogba, and that is a foul. Some nice shielding by Amarte there as well. We do talk about one of his strengths, of course, is, you know, I'm not going to call him a Vestergaard type figure, but he's a very imposing player. And he can throw his physicality around, and he did that very well there against Pogba, forcing a foul.
They're just replaying the run. Iheanacho there showed great strength, great speed, also very clever. He was not selfish. He could have shot, but didn't. He passed it to the left to Maddison, and unfortunately we couldn't get the goal. But Iheanacho's knowledge of football has improved so much over the past year. It's incredible. He's now become a proper striker.
Similarly, I'd also like to give some credit to Maddison there, because he similarly could have been selfish, but he played the back heel over to find Tielemans in space, which again, he was running behind him. He could have even just shot without looking.
But he tried
but again, played into the build-up a little bit, and excellent play, especially by Nacho, but also by Maddison there. And again, similarly, just things we haven't seen from them in the last few matches.
This is great football. This is the best I've seen Leicester in a long time. This is brilliant football. We're playing very positive. We're not scared. We're not scared. They've got Ronaldo. Very positive football. Very good. Everards is demanding. You can see him pointing at players where to go, and he's distribution as well. And actually on the counter attack,
very nearly a great through ball there. Was that from Evans that got played out there? Yeah. So going right from the back up to Nacho. He was onside, but made an excellent run. But unfortunately, he just couldn't quite control it in time to get around Maguire.
We're throwing.
Denamarte looked like he was going to play it to Maddison, but Tielemans dupes a couple defenders and then will still find Maddison. He'll play the ball up towards Nacho, and he will enter into the penalty area. Plays it back to Maddison. Maddison plays it across goal, but unfortunately nobody there who could find. But Leicester still on the attack. Tielemans plays across in. Just couldn't find a header on goal there. But again, very, very positive play here from Leicester City. Even as the ball is back with our center backs right now, United's still back in numbers and slow to come forward, because that was some excellent pressure. And realistically, probably two quality opportunities to test De Gea there that just unfortunately didn't set up for us.
Great pass by Marte. Ricardo, we're not tippy tapping around the back. It's trying to find the space now. It's not like negative, passing it back to Schmeichel. We're trying to get forwards. If they go, Everards, brilliant ball to the left hand side to Castagna. Unfortunately, couldn't control it, but headed it to.
But he finds Maddison though. Excellent pass by Castagna to find Maddison again. He's up against Lindelof. He gets past Lindelof, takes a shot, and that is right into the hand of De Gea. But first shot on target of the match goes to Leicester City. Quite honestly similar to what we saw from the other side of the field. Some excellent play by Castagna there, and good awareness and running from Maddison. And not as impressive a piece of skill as what Nacho pulled, but a great job to sort of turn and lose his man to get around Lindelof. Again, maybe exposing that weak spot in the Manchester United defense.
Great ball. Oh, lucky.
Nearly another good through ball. We are pelting Manchester United's defense at the moment. Very fast moving, very fluid game. Both teams moving back and forth on the attack at the moment. Ball currently with Pogba in the middle third, as they just enter into Leicester City's third right now with Wan-Bissaka. He will make his way into the area, passes it out towards the wing. I believe that's with Greenwood. Greenwood will find Matic outside the area. He will find Pogba. Pogba will find Ronaldo in the area, who sets up Shaw. Shaw plays across and looking for Greenwood. He does find Greenwood, but Greenwood can't get the ball forwards, and Leicester City will clear. Jamie Vardy up against Lindelof. Lindelof falls, and Vardy gets pulled down by Bruno Fernandes. No foul given, apparently.
What?
No foul is given. Foul is given. But some nice physical play by Jamie Vardy there to looks like just barge and knock down Victor Lindelof. No foul was given on Lindelof there. And then also forcing Bruno Fernandes to pull his shirt, which he does get a free kick for. So some very good individual performances coming forward from a lot of the Leicester players as well, which might have been, I don't like to put blame on individual players, but one of the things we hadn't seen was that just sometimes some of the, if one player sort of fell in their performance a little bit, it would pull down the players around it. But right now, all the players are sort of firing on all cylinders.
There's one comment which I want to share. Can I bring it up?
Yes, please.
Yuri is brilliant. Oh, it's a counter-attack for Leicester. Unfortunately, it's blocked by Maguire. No, sorry, Lindelof.
Yeah, Lindelof does well to intercept in front of Vardy there. But again, Leicester City immediately, you get the ball, they're firing it forward. Sam Allardyce would shed a tear for the... it looks like that was actually a compliment for us. Much appreciated, Anthony.
Oh. But I think man of the match for me so far is Evans. I think his distribution has been excellent. He's been proofing up the pitch. He knows where to do it. But Manchester United are currently on the count, pressing forwards to our final third. Luke Shaw's pushing it up.
He'll find Ronaldo, who's currently playing on the wing, and play it back towards Pogba. Lots of space for that looks like Mason Greenwood on the wing. He'll try to find Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Brilliant tackle by Sionchu. And passing out the box to Tielemans. Then Evans is at the back.
And I'll tell you, that was a little bit of tippy-tappy around the back, but it was good play because it got the ball away, and that's the kind of passing at the back that we're okay with seeing.
What I'd see at the moment is it's not panicky. We're not trying to fly in tackles and hoof it out. It's very calm, which I like. It's not like, quick, Sunch, you fly in and give them a penalty. No, it's breathe, which I like.
Exactly. I'm just going to quickly say to Ruben, I've seen you join into the stream. Please join in at half or full time, and we'll be happy to have you on screen. But during the match, just for internet's sake, we usually keep it just to us.
Oh, Greenwood's
shot by United, but that is similar to our shot right into the arms of the goalkeeper. Kasper Schmeichel will protect that ball at his chest and hold it for just a non-goal kick clearance.
No, that's what sort of runs. Oh, that's very lucky. That hit Evans' leg. That could have gone anywhere.
Schmeichel will find Amarte, who will play the ball to Tielemans, who had a little bit of space and sort of inside a ring of Manchester United players, but unfortunately he can't find a forward pass. And United will regain possession at the border between the middle third and their defensive third. I'm going to pull up this comment from Anthony Beebe. We look like we have a purpose, which definitely I think was something that was lacking if you look at a match like Palace or Burnley.
Sorry, when Samari's got the ball in their final third. Great hoof ball.
And he will find Nato in the penalty area, who unfortunately gets swarmed by both Shaw and Lindelof, but still staying on his feet. He forces Shaw to play the ball out for a throw-in.
Amarte's got the ball in the final third. Evans is up as well.
Nice play by Tielemans. He lets that pass Meg himself, so the ball will get to Soumare, who was in more space. Again, great spatial awareness by some of these players as well. You can tell that we're playing much more tactically than we have in previous matches. Like, these plays almost look rehearsed in a way, yet very fresh.
We needed the international break. Brendan needed it to refresh his mind. Great through ball again. Oh, lucky. He didn't quite reach Iheanacho.
Some of the analytics that the broadcaster has been running, they just put up the goal threat, and it looks like it's about 80% in Leicester City's favor. So again, a very, very positive match. And it looks like a few people are agreeing at the moment. Dave Gavin saying we're looking okay and not panicking. Anthony Beebe saying it's less chaotic. And Fee, yes, it is very positive at the moment. United still, of course, posing a threat with some of their attacks, but I would say...
Yeah, whenever United go forward as well, they look a threat. It's not all Leicester.
Ball is with Greenwood as he tries to get into the penalty area. Tries to cross in to find Ronaldo, but Dan Amarte just comes in, stays on his feet, and will head that ball out for a throw-in in the Leicester defensive third. Good performance so far from Amarte as well.
He's made no mistakes. His passing's been calm. He's made no rash tackles. He's gone forwards just to try and supply. He's been really good. He's handled the pressure of Ronaldo and Pogba very well.
And I'll tell you what, they had a throw-in in their defensive third, and already the ball is currently back with their defensive line in their defensive third. So not only have we been good in our play, but we're also good at playing that press, although they will find Shaw on the left flank with space, and he will play the ball to Ronaldo, who, again, playing on the wing at the moment, tries to get past Dan Amarte, can't do so, and plays the ball back to Shaw.
You can see what Brendan's trying to do. Whenever Ronaldo gets the ball, just as long as we've given... is that chip in?
Wan-Bissaka tries a cross in there, but I think that was Ricardo Pereira intercepts that header before it can find... I think that was... I'm not sure who he was trying to find there. Unfortunately, I didn't catch his shirt number, but some excellent defending just to stop them from getting the ball in the penalty area, even with not an ideal shooting position, not even giving them the time of day to get that. And that is out for, I think, a Manchester United corner kick, the first of the match.
And around the country, let's just after this corner, we'll do it at the country.
Yep. Looks like that was a poor header, and that is out for a Leicester City goal kick.
Let's look at the Premier League table. Well, not table, the results so far.
Yes.
Southampton 0-0, Norwich and Brighton 0-0, Aston Villa against Wolves 0-0. Here it's 0-0. Man City are currently beating Burnley 1-0, and Watford getting absolutely annihilated at home against Liverpool 5-0.
Yes, just to provide, thank you, Fee, for putting that notification in the chat as well. Bernardo Silva getting the goal for Manchester City in the 17th minute. What good physical play by Ricardo Pereira. Luke Shaw comes barreling into him, and the ball doesn't move, and Luke Shaw is sent to the ground. Paid no heed to that tackle, and Shaw actually seemed like he might have been a little hurt as a result of that, but he is back on his feet.
Manchester United, the same play, are reminding me of what we've been doing. They can't go forwards. We're tackling them well, but they are counting at the moment where Wan-Bissaka running forwards. But we're not giving them any space. We've always got 3 players on them. It's whipped into the box, and it's gone over the goal.
That will sooner land in the penalty area of the City ground than it will the one at King Power.
That's the thing that's on the way to Wales.
Very fair, very fair. And I actually did want to take a moment looking at some of the results around the league. Norwich versus Brighton, I think, is going to be a game to keep a bit of an eye on, because Daniel Farke is another manager that's under a lot of fire at the moment, and that's really a game that they should be expecting to possibly take a draw from. Brighton have been very positive, but there have to be some teams that Norwich need to look to take points from if they want to survive this season.
Manchester United have sort of gotten foot. Manchester United settled now, starting to get a foot into this game, and they're starting to press Leicester on the right-hand side at the moment. Bruno Fernandes has got it, trying to work their way through, but Maddison and Castagna are pressing them. Shot by
Greenwood takes a shot from a distance and finds the goal there against the run of play. But in all fairness, an excellent shot there. And that is the first goal of the game, goes to Manchester United. Mason Greenwood in the 19th minute makes the score. Leicester City 0, Manchester United 1.
I think that was just a lapse in defending. We gave him too much space to take the shot.
Agree, but I'll also say that we can't discount the fact that that was a very, very good shot. He was still reasonably marked, but despite our best efforts, that was just a perfectly placed shot from the outside of the penalty area. He was being pressured by Castagna at the moment, but yeah, a shooting avenue was left. And actually just seeing that replay, it went in off the post as well.
Yeah, that was a perfect strike.
It's just one of those wonder moments that shows why he's earning the big bucks at Manchester United. Yeah, just like Anthony Beebe says, just a great shot. Nothing you can do about that. Credit where it's due. That was an incredible strike.
But
Leicester City will kick off and immediately move forward. An excellent play to Timmy Castagna, I believe. Unfortunately, we just can't hold the ball on the outside of the penalty area, and United will counter. Bruno Fernandes coming in through the middle. They do have us outnumbered, but excellent play. He comes out behind and tackles Fernandes before he can make the pass, and that ball will fall to Schmeichel. And a diving Harry Maguire will try to get a piggyback ride from Nacho there, and does succeed in getting the header, and United will have possession again.
I think it's positive after the goal, because we've come out trying to, try and get a goal back. We're not sitting back and just, steadying it and then trying again. We're trying to get one straight away, but
completely agreed. Jadon Sancho now has the ball on the left wing. He will find Fernandes in some space. We'll play the ball back to Shaw outside the area. But Shaw cannot get anything in past Dan Amarte, who gets a great foot in there to stop it. Castagna will play the ball through to Vardy, and now Leicester looks to counter. Castagna coming in on a blistering run. Can he catch that ball before Maguire? He does. And he is inside the penalty area at the moment, takes a shot. It's blocked by Maguire, but will fall to Nacho, who gets the ball, holds it against Shaw. His shot is blocked by Maguire. That will fall to Vardy, who will take another shot, and that will fall into the arms of David De Gea. But some excellent breaking play there by Leicester City. And full credit there to Timmy Castagna, who collected the ball in our defensive third, found an excellent through pass, and then still made yet another run into space to receive a through pass. Some lovely back and forth play there. Lots of through balls.
Also, don't like we great. We're trying, and it's so frustrating. We're not getting a reward for our.
Looks as though Soumare might have taken an elbow to the mouth there. Not intentional from Paul Pogba, but play is stopped probably for a drop ball there. Just for Soumare to sort of check on his mouth. He's receiving some advising from the referee, and it looks as though they're going to bring the medical team on. Yeah, looks as though it was just an elbow to the teeth there. May have cut the lip of Soumare there. Yeah, he'll receive some medical attention and just a quick break in play.
I think
I'm going to bring up Nick Narr's comment in the meantime. All it took was one chance, and I think that is really the way that this game is going. There's so much quality in the build-up play of both teams that any of these players, the moment they get given some space, they can create a chance and create a shot on target. We've seen some excellent plays by Leicester that also just as easily, with a moment of brilliance like that shot from Greenwood, could have created a goal. So even though we find ourselves a goal down, and even though our opponent is Manchester United, despite the weight that name carries, this is anyone's match still.
Yeah, we've shown that Manchester United, we're pressing still, we're attacking still. It's not like easy flow for them. So hopefully we can get one back, but it's not going to be an easy game. 22 minutes in, we're still a long way to go. So
play now has resumed, and Sumari is back on his feet. So yeah, it looks like it was just a bit of a knock to the teeth, just a check to make sure that he was doing well. Luke Shaw is brought down by Nacho, and a foul is given there for a free kick just on the border between the Leicester defensive third, and they will take it quickly. Jadon Sancho will hold the ball. He'll find Ronaldo on a through pass ahead of Dan Amarte, but Dan Amarte comes in and just does enough to throw off Ronaldo's positioning, and the ball will trickle out for a corner kick. You can see a bit of a sly smirk from Ronaldo there. He might be starting to get a little bit frustrated that the things haven't been falling quite as well as he would hope to his feet. But United do have another corner, and it will be Fernandez to take it. Sancho providing the short option. Maguire coming into the back post.
Maguire's in the box with Ronaldo. Evans and Söyüncü, come on, we need to defend this.
They will not be playing this short as Sancho falls back. That ball nearly falls to Maguire, but looks as though a little bit of tussling in the penalty area will leave the ball to a free kick for Leicester City in the area.
Yeah.
Just showing a replay of that as well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Maguire knocks down Johnny Evans, and that will be a foul and a free kick that Kasper Schmeichel will take.
Yeah, he's pushing all the players up, no passing around the back, just get it up the pitch.
Hoofs the ball upfield, a long goal kick, trying to find Pereira. Unfortunately, won't find him ahead of Pogba. And Wan-Bissaka will be given a little bit of space under some pressure from Castagna, who recovers from a slight slip there. But he does get by Castagna. And United will try to attack up that right flank. Sumari trips, unfortunately, as well, leaving Matic a little bit of space. And they will play a cross ball over to Luke Shaw, who will try to attack up the middle. And he tries to play a through ball that does get past all the Leicester City defenders, but also gets past all the United players. And nothing will come of that. Ball to Nacho, who gets just shoved in the back by Harry Maguire and will earn a free kick for his troubles.
Maguire's been creating a few fouls. I don't know how he's not been carded yet. He's made a few tackles.
He's been a little reckless, but I wouldn't say he's done anything individually bookable yet. Like, I think he's got at least a couple more of those in his back pocket before he might get booked.
But yeah, they're not. Yeah, like that's what I said. Like they got a good goal. Sometimes that happens. We've been playing really well. That doesn't take away how the performance. That's just one good strike at one good place, and they've couldn't possibly save it. It was impossible to save, and we're 1-0 down. But we're playing positive. We're not sitting at the back, and we're not. We haven't lost our focus. We're going for it.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of a similar goal to the one we conceded against Burnley. Maxwell Cornet's goal. That excellent half volley that just sometimes the ball falls perfectly for a player. And when you make that connection, it's one for the highlight reels, and there's nothing that you can do about it defensively.
Well, not even defensively, but Schmeichel, you could see him. He couldn't reach any, unless it was Stretch Armstrong, he couldn't, he wouldn't have reached it.
Absolutely. You cannot blame Schmeichel for that. His positioning was good. He dove at full strength, and that ball was inch perfect. But Maddison now has the ball and will play it up towards Castagna, who will enter the penalty area marked by 3 men. Still finds Maddison up ahead of Matic. He's forced to turn around. He will play a crossover, trying to find Ricardo, who he does. He hits the volley. It's across the face of goal, and Jamie Vardy just couldn't get there ahead in time. But had he gotten there, that would have been off his chest and in. So like centimeters away from a goal there. But what we haven't done is lost any momentum as a result. Yeah, if Jamie Vardy was one step forward,
he knew he couldn't get
run there.
So if that ball from Ricardo was a little bit slower,
Similarly, had he hit that ball maybe like a meter to the right, that could have just been a goal on its own right. But of course, like he hit that on a one-time volley about at chest height. So very impressive play by Ricardo there physically, and very flexible from him as well to get up there and play such a controlled volley on a run. But very, very positive play from Leicester City still. Luke Shaw just trying to get the ball through up the middle. Very quick play. Tries to find Sancho on the wing, but that ball, I thought it went out for a throw-in, but it did not. Sancho breaks into the area, finds Ronaldo, who takes a shot. Excellent save by Kasper Schmeichel.
What was it? Kasper Schmeichel.
It was a bit of a De Gea-esque save by Schmeichel there. Just I thought it was a goal the moment it left Ronaldo's foot.
Yeah,
it was right outside the six-yard box. And Schmeichel, just cat-like reflexes, gets a right arm out there, stays on his feet, does not dive for the ball, and just deflects the ball up and out.
One thing that frustrates me in the moment is Amate always assumes it's offside, and he's putting his arm up saying offside to this linesman, and don't give a shit about play to the referee's whistle. If they haven't called it yet, continue as normal.
United coming forward again. Sancho given a lot of space outside the penalty area there. He's broken in. We'll try to play to Fernandez. Good stop by Sumari. The ball fell for, I'm not sure who took the shot there. Paul Pogba, very mad that he didn't play a pass instead. But the ball apparently took a deflection and went out for a corner. I thought it was just a poor shot. But no, that is out for a Manchester United corner. Just showing the replay there. I'll try to see who took that shot. Oh, it was actually Pogba himself, and he was frustrated. He was saying that ball might have hit a hand, I suppose. But no, he will just get a corner.
If that was given as a penalty, I'll be this game's finished. That was a penalty.
No, the arm was beside his body. That ball would have gone out even if his arm wasn't in the way. Header, that was an excellent cross that found Harry Maguire, but Maguire cannot find the target with his head, but a blistering header by a falling Harry Maguire does not find the goal. And as we come up to the 29-minute mark, score remains Leicester City 0, Manchester United 1.
That would have been offside.
And I'll tell you what. Yeah, Amarte would have had a pretty good call there for the offside there. Had that ball gone in, that may well have been called off for
Ronaldo would have been offside if that was a goal, but no.
While we hold the ball in our defensive third, just going to give a quick update around the horn. There are no updates for any of the matches as they stand. 0-0, Southampton, Leeds, Norwich, Brighton, Villa, Wolves, and 1 goal in it for both Manchester clubs.
He's literally holding Iheanacho.
Yeah, Harry Maguire just gave a hug to Kelechi Iheanacho there. No call given. Now Nacho giving Pogba a bit of a hug, and Tielemans will recover that ball. But it looks as though a free kick has been given to Manchester United. Tempers rising a little bit in that Manchester United defensive third.
I don't know how this wasn't given as a free kick to Iheanacho. Look at him.
Yeah, just got held by Harry Maguire. Somehow the referees work in mysterious ways sometime.
And then how that was a free kick against Pogba. He was holding him back, but hey-ho.
Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches that the officials give you. Excellent play.
Great tackle by Nacho.
Dispossesses Maguire. He'll find Tielemans on the outside of the area. Takes the shot.
And what a goal! That's it! What a goal by Tielemans!
Tielemans. I'll tell you what, we called the goal by Mason Greenwood impressive. But that could be a goal of the month, if not a goal of the season, by Yuri Tielemans, the star man. And to channel my inner Tom here, it's Leicester City 1, Manchester United 1. Stunning goal there. I did not believe for a moment there that was going to land on target, but the backspin that Tielemans put on that shot just causes it to drop ever so slightly, and it was a perfect postage stamp goal there.
Iheanacho deserves
just giving him the praise there a little bit, but yes, what a goal by Yuri Tielemans there. Quite similarly, some people have been saying that he was off form a little bit, that he didn't even play that well for one of his matches against Belgium, but that was a top bins goal there. I'll tell you what, Soccer AM is going to try to replicate that goal in their next broadcast, because that was just stunning. Under pressure, definitely Jim Ross, he must have had confidence with that shot. What a play.
David
De Gea doesn't even, and we're already on the attack. Jamie Vardy tries to run in. He can't get there ahead of De Gea, but we are already playing positively coming off of that play as well. Just showing the replay there. Vardy was onside there ahead of Maguire, but yes, just unfortunately couldn't get his boot to the ball. But what a game this is turning out to be so far.
This is the game we all predicted it would be with that lineup.
United already coming forward again as well. Bruno Fernandes has the ball on the wing. He'll find Ronaldo on the outside of the area. His shot is blocked by Evans and cleared by Amarte. All the way up to the midfield. Nacho trying to chase down Maguire. Maguire will get that ball ahead of him, though. Going to take a quick moment. Thank you so much, Fee, for the super sticker. We always appreciate it. The £1.99 helps us cover our costs of the streaming service. So thank you so much.
It's not us,
Luke Shaw currently has the ball as he enters the defensive third. He'll play the ball to Sancho. And you know what? I'm seeing shades of old Leicester City here. They're forced to play the ball back, and it's already back with I think that was with Shaw in their midfield, and it's just a little bit of back and forth between Sancho and Shaw. He'll find it Matic, who will try to get in past Soumare, but the high press, he can't get the ball by him, but he does make his pass. Luke Shaw plays a cross in, but that will fall right into the arms of Schmeichel. And just a little bit of applause for him from the end, from all those fans behind the goal. I cannot sing the praises enough about that Tielemans goal. That was just absolutely spectacular. The stats coming up here showing what an impressive match this has been. So we're around the half-hour mark. 5 attempts by Leicester City, 6 for Manchester United, and 3 on target for each team. Those are the kinds of stats you sometimes see at the 90-minute mark, and we're barely a third of the way through this match.
Brilliant game. I'm sorry, but that was a good goal. But Iheanacho, for me, was, he knew what they were doing. His knowledge, as I said at the beginning of the game, his knowledge has improved so much. That was a brilliant goal.
Even the high press continues for Leicester City. We're even pressuring David De Gea while he has the ball in his area. An excellent turn by James Maddison. And I thought he got fouled there, but he's told to get up by the referee. Maddison staying down. Looks as though a stoppage in play, not for a free kick, but a potential head injury here. As Maddison is down clutching his face. We'll have to wait for the replay here to see exactly what has happened here. Medical team is being brought on. We are just seeing the replay here. So Maddison gets the ball ahead of Wan-Bissaka, and Matic comes in, and he just I can't say that was intentional. It was unintentional as Matic runs in, but just his trailing arm. He's running, he's going elbows out to get as much pace as he can, and just trailing elbow will hit Maddison. I think just right on the temple near the eye. We'll hope that he didn't catch him in the eye there, but Maddison is receiving a bit of treatment. He's clearly in some pain, but no substitution is being prepared, so hopefully he will stay on. As they show a replay here, and yes, I got to give you full agreement there that Nacho, the awareness that he showed to dispossess Maguire and play just an inch perfect pass to Tielemans there for the one-time shot. That was just excellent play by pretty much everyone in the Leicester City forward third, and you can just see the reactions from the managers there said it all. Brendan Rodgers, arms up in the air, full celebration, and there's really nothing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could really do to react to that. He's just left standing, arms crossed. He can't really deny that was just a great piece of play. He'll probably have some words for Harry Maguire at halftime for letting Nacho dispossess him so easily, but just a bit of class all around by all the players on Leicester City there. Maddison is back on his feet. He'll have to go off field just of course, because he received some treatment, but no substitution as it stands. Gunnar Benny, just to be totally fair, so why are we not in the stadium at the moment? Neither of us live in Leicester. I'm from Canada, and John, if I recall correctly, you're from Newcastle?
Yes, it's brilliant. Pogba's a good free kick to Leicester. Nice.
Yes.
But this is the Leicester City we've been waiting for. Where's it been? This is the Leicester City I love to watch. Where has it been for 8 games? Where? This is... it's brilliant.
And you know what, Fee, I'm going to bring up your comment as well here. The Foxes are doing this for their manager who's committed to the club and to their fans. It definitely looks as though the players are playing for something. I don't know what tumult there might have been at the start of this season. what sort of discord there might have been between the players, but it looks as though it is all gone at the moment. An excellent play. Ricardo plays the ball in, nearly falls, I think, for Ricardo on the outside of the penalty area. And Paul Pogba just forced to blast the ball upfield. The only two players that are back at the moment are not Johnny Evans, Timmy Castagna and Kasper Schmeichel. But now all the players will come back. Dana Marte forced to play the ball back to Kasper Schmeichel, who will hoof the ball upfield ahead of a run by Bruno Fernandes.
That's 2 times now. Manchester United are passing around the back, and they've made 2 mistakes. One of them led to our goal. The other one led to Pogba giving away a free kick. So they're getting nervous in the back. So we need to keep on pressing them because they're not settled.
Completely agreed that Manchester United are a class side with class players, but they don't seem as settled as Leicester City are. Like we are a team that hasn't been on good form, but we're currently playing like we've been playing like this all season. Like we're just rolling at the moment. Yuri Tielemans plays a through ball that just pierces the midfield up to Madison. Madison nearly finds Jamie Vardy on the outside of the penalty area there. But Leicester City quickly regroup. We intercept the through ball that was trying to find Fernandes there, and the ball currently was Soumare. Soumare will find Castagna there. Castagna will play the ball back to Tielemans, and just some calm, cool passing. But I'll tell you what, it's around the halfway line this time. It's not in our defensive third. So Yunchu will play the ball to Castagna. Castagna will try to find Tielemans, who does still get the ball ahead of an interception.
Exceptional with this game.
Tielemans will find Madison. Madison will find Soumare. And again, just United have found their shape a little bit right here. Not really any clear passes for us, but we're still trying. None of this passing is just back and forth between our defensive lines. I'd say like 1 in every 3-4 passes is trying to find a passageway, a through ball up one of the wings as we play it back towards Johnny Evans and Dana Marte just to try to regroup a little bit. Dana Marte does very well to maintain his composure against pressure from both Sancho and Ronaldo, finds his pass. Soyuncu will make his pass ahead of Bruno Fernandes, and just a little bit of back and forth, finds some space for Jadon Sancho, who will play the ball. James Maddison. Ball falls to Ian Asher on the outside of the penalty. And maybe 1.5 meters wide of the net there.
Where's this been for 8 weeks?
Shot.
Where has it been? This is brilliant football.
Move over the Manchester City performance. I think I can definitely say, as we hit close to the 40-minute mark, that this is easily our best performance of the season in all competitions, hands down.
Tielemans has been exceptional. Maddison's been exceptional. Cash has been only one. I think it's been a bit questionable, but when is he never good at distributing? He couldn't stop the He couldn't stop the shot by Greenwood. Iheanacho has just been all over Maguire. He's been his worst nightmare.
Yeah. Again, like a very high press, and just I will say that I would have thought that we would have been making Lindelof the weak point of the Manchester United defense, but we've been forcing mistakes out of Harry Maguire just with that high pressure, and it's almost all been Nacho that's been doing that. A whole lot of plaudit is owed to him. He's been making great runs that have just been leaving United players with their studs in the dirt. And similarly, just high pressing, forcing mistakes. Poor pass by United there will not find Luke Shaw, thanks to an interception by Pereira there. But United do maintain possession. Ball currently with Sancho, who was forced to play it back to Pogba. Pogba tries to change up the wing, but just a poor pass by him. Maddison, as he falls, still makes a pass to Vardy. And as Vardy is forced to turn around, we will get a free kick.
I don't want this half to end. I want us to maintain this. Thing is, though, we've got Lookman, we've got Daka, we've got Albrighton, we've got Barnes. All these players to bring on. If I was Brendan, I'd be like this.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, these games are early in the morning, and normally we try to start the watch-alongs an hour before the match, and I'll wake up an hour before the watch-along starts. I'm pretty groggy, especially during the matches against Crystal Palace, against Burnley, where it feels like nothing is going to happen. I'm fully awake at the moment. This is just a fantastic bit of play. Ricardo Pereira now has the ball, and he'll play the ball off of Sancho. His cross won't find anybody, but falls back to Harry Maguire. He had space, but no time to hold the ball because he knew that Nacho was running in on him, and just forced to blast the ball out for a throw-in, which we take quickly. Yuri Tielemans, unfortunately, under a little too much pressure to hold the ball. But yes, definitely hoping we won't change the second half. And if you get the chance, do watch this on Match of the Day. the highlights in the review of this game are going to be fantastic.
If we win, I don't want to say if we win.
Ball currently with Shaw on the outside of the penalty area. He'll find Ronaldo. Ronaldo plays the ball back to Shaw. Shaw will find Sancho, but Sancho held up, and Iheanacho falls down at the hands of Matic, but no free kick given. Matic will find Fernandes, who will shoot from a distance, but an excellent block. I didn't catch who that was by, but a great job, just a leaping defensive attempt to just make himself as big as possible. Excellent defending, and the ball currently with Soyuncu following a short goal kick. Soyuncu will find Tielemans. Tielemans will play the ball over to Soumare. Under pressure by Pogba, maintains his composure, and not a great pass, but does find Danamarte and acres of space as United sort of fall back a little bit. They're not pressuring us the way that Manchester United have been. And we play up the middle. Tielemans will play the ball up to Nacho, but he's under pressure from Pogba, and Pogba will dispossess him. And they'll play the ball back to De Gea, who will blast the ball upfield, but nobody to find. And Evans will just head the ball back to Schmeichel.
Evans has changed our team completely. He has been such a difference maker to this game. If we had Vestergaard on, I promise you this will not be like this situation.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like I don't like to batter any Leicester City player. Like if you wear a fox on your chest, I'm behind you 100%. But just, I think it's not that Vestergaard is a bad player, but it's just the experience and commanding nature of Johnny Evans makes such a difference. Like it's not a question that Vestergaard is a bad player. It's just that Johnny Evans is so good. It's a through ball. Jamie Vardy will let it go, and it will fall to Ricardo Pereira on the wing. He will try to find some space. He finds Tielemans, who plays a high crossover that just won't find Timmy Castagna in the 6-yard box. Unfortunately, a little bit too high. But again, excellent play by Leicester City. You can see that we have a game plan and we are sticking to it. And it's just been leaving a lot of Manchester United players questioning what we're going to do next. They don't know how to shape up against us here. And you can still see Brendan Rodgers here taking notes on the sideline. So we could even still see like some adaptations just to the things that have left us a little bit weak in defense to some of these Manchester United breaks. We could come out in this second half even stronger than we have in the first.
Well, Manchester United, like if you look at Manchester United bench, you've got Rashford, you've got Lingard, you've got Mata. You know, we've got a strong bench, but so have they. We can't take anything for granted. We're playing well, but the Greenwood goal that shows the game can change instantly.
Just need to take a quick moment to compliment an excellent change of play to the other wing. A lovely cross from, I think it was from Timmy Castagna that finds Ricardo Pereira. And we're already up forward with Castagna at the other wing. He is tackled by Wan-Bissaka, an excellent sliding challenge in all fairness. But Castagna will attempt to dispossess him, and their momentum has been stopped. They're forced to play the ball back to Lindelof. Lindelof under some pressure from Vardy, but he will find his pass to Paul Pogba, and United will look to break. The momentum does move as 3 minutes of added time do start as Ronaldo gets the ball on the outside of the penalty area. He'll try to set himself up for a shot, but instead he'll pass the ball to Luke Shaw, who just can't find Ronaldo in the penalty area. A very dangerous play, but they do still have the ball. Mason Greenwood will find Bruno Fernandes on the outside of the area. Fernandes crosses the ball in. Ronaldo goes for an overhead kick. I don't know why he did that instead of just trying a header or control of the ball. But Big Danamarte makes himself big and gets the header ahead of the attempted flare from Ronaldo. Looks like he might have been offside had he connected with that. I'm sorry, I complimented Amarte there. That was Ricardo Pereira who got that ball.
I think that would have been a free kick anyway because it was a high boot. But no, we're absorbing the pressure well. If we get a goal before the end of this half, I'll be so happy. Come on, we're looking dangerous here.
Yes, absolutely. And what a kick in the teeth that would be for United as well, who probably thought that they could have gotten back into this match after the Greenwood goal. But Leicester just let nothing up. And Nacho will take a throw-in in the Manchester United defensive third. We're already moving forward again. Just going to take a quick moment to say thanks to Galen Fee just for the compliments here. We know that like not everybody has access to the matches at all times, so it's always a pleasure for us to sort of bring the match to you. Thank you guys so much.
It's a Leicester City throw-in again. We're currently in the final third, trying to throw it. I think Manchester United is trying to wait till half time now, trying to stay safe. Halfway line now, passing it across to Soyuncu. But we're not doing tippy-tappy in our final third. We're doing tippy-tappy at the box at the end of in the halfway line, trying to find a way through. Evans disputed to the right hand side, trying to find.
And Ricardo Pereira will win that ahead of Shaw as well. Iheanacho trying to make his way into the penalty area. Unfortunately, just a little bit too much pressure. He was marked by 3 players there. Luke Shaw, Lindelof, and Maguire all forced to come together to try to stop him. And just a little bit of a shoulder. That ball didn't go out for a throw-in, which really impressed me. I thought that was out. Sumari will play the ball over to Madison. Madison is knocked down by Fernandez, and is a free kick given there?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. I didn't see the referee raise his arm, but everybody stopped there. So that surprised me. But yeah, that was a foul. And as we get into the 47.5 minutes, so this will very likely be the last play of the half. Leicester City will set up for a free kick in a reasonably dangerous area, probably about 25 yards, maybe 30 yards out of the penalty area, away from goal.
This is
Fernandez just trying to advise where the referee should put down the foam. United will go for a 4-man wall. Nobody lying down behind it as yet. And several Leicester City players up front as well. It will be James Maddison to take this free kick.
Come on.
And the 3 minutes have elapsed, so this will definitely be the last play of the game. De Gea just sort of marshalling his wall at the moment. Everybody taking their time. You can even see me, like, I'm rubbing my hands here. This is a very exciting play. Honestly, I think Madison could well go for goal here, try an arcing shot that could try to find the right-hand side of the net here. It is well outside, but still within shooting range for a player of Madison's ilk. But he will not. He plays it short to Tielemans. Tielemans plays across. Nearly finds Jamie Vardy there. Vardy appealing, but does not win an appeal there. I don't know what he was appealing for, possibly for handball. But what an excellent play that was. I'm not sure what the appeal was for there. I couldn't see anything off of the replay there, but the halftime whistle has gone. And what a first half that has been. Probably the best half of Leicester City's season so far. The scoreline does not reflect the play, really. Leicester City probably could have scored 2 or 3 this half. In all fairness to Manchester United, they've played very well, but just haven't had the same sort of quality pressure and chances, but also played a very good half here. I think this match could have easily have been like 4-2, 3-2 at halftime in Leicester City's favor, but just some of the chances didn't quite fall for us. So Leicester City 1, Manchester United 1. Please get your views and comments in at the chat. Now's the time for us to sort of analyze some of the plays. I'm going to put the link in the chat, so if you're able to, please join us on camera here, and let's talk about that first half. Which, you know, as some of us have been saying, like the plaudits we can give, words do not do it justice, how well we have been playing this half.
I need a mental break from that half.
Absolutely. I'm feeling it in my throat, like just how many plays I've had to discuss, how excited I've been at some of these chances that we've gotten. That there have been crosses coming into the penalty area that have been maybe like centimeters away from finding the right chest or boot to get the ball into United's net. David De Gea just hasn't been able to mark some of these crosses that come in. Lindelof and Maguire haven't been able to stop some of the through balls we've been playing, and we've been forcing errors out of those center defenders as well. That just Jack Fridger put it best, a scintillating first half there. Just what a half. David, similarly, great first half from that. And thanks again, Anthony. And same quality for plaudits deserved for the players as well. Just a great first half. I don't think any pundit, like looking at the form of both teams, would have expected us to dominate the quality and the I'm losing my ability to speak at the moment. I'm so excited about this first half. I don't think anybody could have expected this from us.
I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself. I know this is far from over. Man United could come out a different team. We could come out a different team. But the first half was just exceptional. Every player, there's not one player in that team that I think has done bad at all.
Completely agreed. Agreed.
The 3 players which I feel have been outstanding have been Amate, Evans, and Iheanacho. I think they've all been brilliant.
Completely agreed. Peter Davis, hope it's not a game of 2 halves. You know what, though? I honestly think we could get even better in the second half. And Leo, I've seen you tune in. So if you're ready, I'll add you into the stream. What a first half, Leo.
Yeah, we've come to play today. And, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think I'd love to ask you who your standout player has been for the first half as well. I'll share my opinion once you tell us yours.
Yeah, I've got two. I've got Tielemans. He's passing. He's a lot more fluid throughout He's made the team a lot more fluid throughout the game, and then also Nacho. He's really annoying Harry Maguire at the moment.
Yeah.
He's pressed that United defense really well. So yeah, they're my two.
I 100% agree. I might have ordered it Nacho and then Tielemans, just because like some of the play we saw from Nacho, the way that he danced around Matic and Shaw, the way that he controlled the ball, the way that he got in there and stopped Maguire and dispossessed him with ease to set up the goal from Tielemans. But I'll admit I have eaten my words from the pre-match where I said that normally whichever of Maddison or Tielemans doesn't get to play in that sort of number 9 role behind the two forwards normally doesn't play as well. But Tielemans has been absolutely outstanding with the way that he's kept the team fluid and played those through balls. It's just been Hayden also mentioned it there, but let's also quickly discuss there the comment from Anthony Beebe that we put up there. Evans is in there and everybody feels safer. Yep. Do you think that could be it? Like maybe there was just a little bit of shakiness in the mind of a lot of the players over the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, Evans the presence of Evans must just add so much confidence to Cags, I think. Because Cags has been good. I think Big Dan's been all right.
Yeah, full credit to Dan Amarte as well. Who
brilliant. When I first saw him, I was a bit to Ronaldo, but he's absorbed the pressure well. He's not made any silly tackles. He's been really good. He's
got Ronaldo in his pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that I do really need to compliment Amarte on is that he knows when he has more time to be able to sort of control and try to play the ball out, and he knows when to give up and play the ball out. Because we've seen him when he's been under pressure from Fernandes, from Ronaldo, even from Shaw at sometimes. Like sometimes he'll play the ball around them and clear the ball upfield, but sometimes he was under pressure from Ronaldo at one point and he just kicked the ball out for a corner. He knows when he's set up to be able to try to play through, and he knows when he's set up to and he won't be able to. And that's excellent game awareness from him.
Yep.
And a lot of people just saying like we finally turned up.
That's our
everyone has been looking good.
Yeah, so I said before, as I said a minute ago, we can't get carried away because they've got excellent subs. They've got a world-class bench. So they'll tactically change at halftime. It will not be the same half. I think it'll be a lot more tighter. But I think we've got the players. Like I want to see Lookman come on because he can change the game. I want to see maybe Daka come on, show what he's got. But no, I think at the moment we are showing up and we're showing you. This is when they pulled up to Leicester City. This is the one team they do not want to play against. This is the Leicester that the whole league fear. This is the one Leicester that hasn't been arrived to Premier League, but it's here today, and we're showing how much of a good team we are.
I'm actually sorry, Leo. If you have something to say, please go first, and then I have a bit of a topic change.
Oh no, so I was just gonna say, with Daka coming on, as it stands at the moment, I wouldn't be bringing off one of the two strikers, but yeah, he could come later because Vards, he does look like he could, he's making a fair few runs, so he does look dangerous. But yeah.
One of the things I wanted to discuss is from time to time I try to watch the other fan channels for other teams as well, just to sort of get some of the insight into their team before we play against them. And I was watching some of the videos from Arsenal channels. And one of the things that they said is that when you end up in a poor run of form, a lot of other teams then end up sort of feeling like teams that really you would expect to beat, like teams like, I think before they really started to perform, like your Brentfords, Brightons, Burnleys, Palace, they start to feel like they can come into your stadium and they can beat you pretty easily. And I think one of the things we discussed earlier was that we have a really difficult run of games coming up, but the performance that we've been putting in here, I think might start to get into the mentality of some of those other teams. Like we might be able to cause a little bit of shakiness in Brentford. If we can maintain this through the second half and we can come in with a performance that matches, if not exceeds, what we've done in the first half here, I don't think Brentford will come in with as much confidence. I don't think Leeds will come in with as much confidence. And if we can shake that confidence in those teams, it will make it a lot easier for us to take points off of them.
Well, in my opinion, obviously, if we're confident, we've got the better team than Brentford. I know they're playing really well at the moment, so we can win those games. And I don't think if we hadn't been as bad so far, we probably wouldn't have so much doubts over Brentford. Obviously, maybe worried about it, but because they have been really good, you have to give them credit. But the fans that are fearing a loss, maybe it would have just been a draw if, yeah.
And then finally, I'm going to pull up the lineups for both teams as well. And let's discuss, are there any changes that you would make at halftime? And please in the chat, get in anything that any changes that you might make. And we'll take a look at this both from the perspective of Brendan Rodgers and from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I think Leicester City would come into this halftime feeling more positive about it. But are there any changes you would make at halftime, or would you wait a little bit longer?
Not at halftime, no.
I wouldn't. I think we're playing too well at the moment not to make any changes. But if Manchester United come out and they're playing a lot more confident, they've got a different tactics, then Brendan needs to use that, realise that pretty much straight away, then make adjustments to counter that. If he just goes in and go, oh, this tactic went all the first half, we want the second half, that could be very dangerous. So you need to be careful.
I agree with that. I think I don't think we're going to see any changes from this half from Leicester City either. But I think that one thing that we might end up seeing is we might see a change at, say, like the 50, 55-minute mark. Perhaps if not substitutions, at least maybe in shape or in tactics, because I think those first 5-10 minutes of the second half are going to be very, very telling. Now, let's take a look at this from the opposing perspective as well. So if we were Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think we would be a little bit disappointed in the way that the team performed. They did make some quality chances, but I think they would have come here expecting maybe an easier result. But do you think they might be making any substitutions or any changes at halftime?
I can
you look at
Rashford coming on.
Should I go?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, look, you see those names, you go, Jesse Lingard, obviously he's a guy they've been bringing on quite a bit. It's Rashford's first time being in the squad all season, so, that he might want to bring him on. So, yeah.
For sure. I think we could see probably one of Sancho or Greenwood possibly come off. I know Sancho has been finding it a little bit difficult to get a game in for United, so I think we could see him come off, or probably one of Rashford or Lingard. Might move around where Fernandes and Greenwood are, maybe go to two up front, but of course, all will wait to be seen.
I think Bruno's been not great.
That's fair. I think they've been. I think Bruno has been a little bit more vulnerable to some of the pressing that we've done. I've been surprised to see almost how easy it's been for Evans or even Amarte in some cases to just stop Bruno from his runs, because that's normally one of his specialties, is to sort of get into that space, draw fouls, draw penalties, and just he hasn't been getting what he's been looking for out of this match.
I'm just seeing this chart of our average position in possession and our possession. It's quite high up for when we're in possession.
Absolutely. And I think that's been one of the biggest differences that we've seen tactically between this match.
Way higher than the United possession, where United are. So that's good.
Absolutely. I think, and like we were saying, that's one of the biggest changes that we've seen between this and some of our previous games, is that normally we're far more receded, and we normally just rely on the pace of your Nacho, your Vardy, your Daka to go forward just in 1-2 players, and everybody else sort of stays back, plays the ball high and through. However, I think one of the big things that we've seen here is that we've been going forward in numbers, and that's made such a difference, because when you have your Tielemans in there, you have your Pereira in there, you have your Castagna in there to help provide like an extra pass, so that if you get turned around and you have to play the ball back, it's only going back to the border of the offensive third instead of having to go all the way back to the halfway line or even further. Because that, I feel, is how we often go from such a quick attack to ball at the feet of Kasper Schmeichel in those matches against Burnley, against Crystal Palace.
Yeah. At the start, I thought it was some of the sideways passing, but we seemed to quicken it up a bit as the half went on.
I'm going to bring up Anthony Beebe's comment here that
Yeah, that's my worry.
If Evans comes off for fitness purposes, now one of the things that I would say is that it's a little bit of a different case for Evans because of the fact that it's not like an impact injury, like a sprain or a pulled muscle or something like that. I believe it's something like a fasciitis in his heel, which is more of like a recurring injury. I don't know necessarily that he would be as much of a worry to have to come off for fitness purposes, having recovered from that, because it's something that he's been through a few times. I think it's more just a worry of making sure that that doesn't flare up again for him.
Yeah, obviously it was touch and go for today, and Rodgers did say in his press conference that he can, train and then flare up. But yeah, as long as he's pulling up fine, I'd be keeping him out because.
Completely agreed. They're just showing the stadium at the moment. It looks as though the players have come back up for just some quick fitness exercises. Lovely overhead view of the King Power. I'm going to bring up Z's comment here as well, saying what's Ronaldo been like. He's been a threat, but I would say he hasn't been like at his full stuff. I'd say he's probably like a 6.5, a 7 at the moment. Like he's been playing well, but he's not pulling up trees this game.
He tried to do a bicycle kick on us.
Which honestly, I would just say was selfish. I think if he had gone for a header there, he could have gotten that on target.
Yeah, talk about headers. Corners, Harry Maguire's gotten his head to a few corners when they've had them. So that's a bit of a concern.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. He's been a much better player for them coming forward than he has been at the back. But I think that's a little bit of sort of playing into his strength because, of course, like we mentioned at the start of the game, he's sort of that Vestergaard type figure where he doesn't have blistering pace or the ability to really track back to stop a through ball run, but he's an imposing player. So he's definitely one of those players that can come up for corners, and we'll definitely need to work on our defensive marking. We'll need to get somebody big in there to mark him. I think Johnny Evans will be that player.
Yeah, well, obviously we use the zonal marking system. I'm not a supporter of it, but
I don't think you'll find many fans that are. All right, so the players have just taken back to formation to go for the second half, but if you can, please come on full time.
Yeah,
Take care.
Just kicked off, and we're already hooving up the pitch, ready to press.
And Sumari wins the header over Bruno Fernandes, but United will retain possession, and they're forced to just blast it out for a throw-in near the halfway line. But yeah, like you said, immediately, we started with the ball and immediately tried to get into their defensive third. So Leicester City not letting up any of the pressure. United looks as though they might be moving to a more closer man marking system. But of course, we'll need to see as the first few minutes of the second half unfold. United again forced to turn around and play the ball back to their defenders. Harry Maguire again already under pressure from Kelechi and Nacho. And this time, I think that was Sancho that got dispossessed. And Nacho is coming into the penalty area. He takes the shot and it's held by David De Gea. But very similar play there to what happened that led to the Yuri Tielemans goal. Dispossession that just immediately leaves the United players flat-footed. They haven't been very good at turning around when they suddenly find themselves out of possession. And we took advantage of that very quickly. I'm not sure which United player lost possession there. It may have been Greenwood, it may have been Sancho. But just excellent play by United again, or by City again. And United come forward this time, but Wan-Bissaka trips, does recover the ball from Madison. Ball falls to Pogba on the outside of the area. Ronaldo now has the ball on the inside of the area, but a lovely small tackle there by Castan. I think that was by Castagna, but he was offside anyways. But again, even in the face of danger, some lovely composure by Leicester City. We still look calm, cool, and collected, at least as we come to the end of the first minute of the first half, or of the second half.
Oh, so unlucky.
The only piece of criticism there that I might say is that I think Nacho would have been better off to try a pass there to Jamie Vardy. Vardy was in a little bit more space, but honestly, still within his right to take that shot. It was a good quality chance. Lindelof left on his knee there trying to just block it. And ball goes out for a throw-in to Leicester City, right on the border of our defensive third.
Oh, Manchester United got the ball back.
United will recollect possession. The ball is currently with Greenwood on the outside of the area, but he will sky his shot about the height of the net, over the net, and into the fans waiting behind.
Not the same finesse as his first shot.
No, not quite. Not quite. You could see he saw his name in lights there as he tried the shot, but unfortunately he didn't get the backspin he was hoping for there. Jack Fridger, definitely we have what it takes to win here. We're still playing strong. We'll have to wait.
Well played. That was
very good play to maintain possession. And now James Maddison playing on the wing will hold possession and get the ball to Nacho, who will play the ball over to Tielemans. Ricardo has acres of space on the right wing as he gets played in. As he enters the area marked by Shaw and Sancho, he gets past them both, plays a cross in that unfortunately is just a little bit too far back and will land on the roof of the net. But some great work by Ricardo there to get into space and then still get by both Sancho and sorry, I have to pull the lineups back up so I can see their squad numbers. Both Shaw and Sancho there to get his cross in. United try to play the ball up quickly, but Schmeichel just maintains his composure there and will hit that ball up and out before Mason Greenwood can get there. Timmy Castagna keeps the ball in play, but that will fall to Bruno Fernandes, and United will regroup at the halfway line.
Luke Shaw's got the ball on the left-hand side trying to push forwards, but we're pressing him down and not giving him enough room to make a clean pass. It's gone back to Maguire, which...
but Jamie Vardy might... Jamie Vardy nearly closes down a poor pass that was a little bit too slow towards Lindelof, but unfortunately had just enough pace to get by him there. But again, high press, forcing defensive mistakes. Excellent tackle there by Soyuncu to put Paul Pogba off his feet. The ball will still fall to United. Ronaldo being played in on the left wing. He'll play the ball across towards Mason Greenwood on the outside of the penalty area. Greenwood will take another shot. He's trying again to get those dipping shots, but he's not finding that footing this time round, as that shot will also go a little bit closer to the net, but still well high. Greenwood still trying to go for the spectacular outside the penalty area, but he just will not find the net if he keeps shooting like that. Kasper Schmeichel sets up to take the goal kick, and that will fall to Castagna. Castagna immediately under pressure from Wan-Bissaka, but Wan-Bissaka not going in for the tackle the same way that the Leicester City pressure has been, where we've been going for the possession, whereas Manchester United's pressing seems to just be trying to stop passing avenues. Madison plays a through ball, trying to find Vardy, but Vardy just held up enough by Lindelof, and De Gea will collect that ball. We're just past the first 5 minutes, and it looks as though no significant tactical changes for either team. We haven't seen any substitutions yet by either team. Mason Greenwood will play the Paul Pogba. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Dave. I'll bring it up just as soon as this ball goes out of play. Ronaldo has the ball just entering into our defensive third. He tries to get past Tielemans, but Tielemans remains strong. He's forced to play the ball to Sancho, and the ball is now with Luke Shaw on the wing. Sancho trying to get a cross in, but just cannot get a crossing avenue, and United are forced to play the ball backwards. And Fernandes will switch play up, play the ball over to Mason Greenwood. Greenwood will find Wan-Bissaka on the wing, but he gets tackled by Maddison of all people, and that is out for a throw-in. So yes, I'm just going to pull up the €5 super sticker from Dave Gavin. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Matic will play the ball across to Bruno Fernandes on the outside of the penalty area. He's playing a little bit of back and forth with Sancho, but very good press. And Kelechi Iheanacho, of all people, intercepts that pass, and Leicester City will regain possession. But United still pressing hard. Schmeichel hoofs the ball upfield, and that will just go out for a throw-in just off the halfway line. So some high pressing there from Manchester United that is trying to put Leicester City off. And we will be a little bit worried that might work at one point, but as yet, no results for United from that type of play.
This has been a much slower start to the second half than the first half. We're still playing very well. We're not making any. We're trying to play well, but
a through ball that nearly finds Jamie Vardy, but
that's not true.
And was that a free kick?
A free kick
looks like Vardy might have taken a knock to the head there. No, it is a free kick, and Harry Maguire will. Oh no, sorry. David Lindelof. My mistake there. Lindelof will take the first booking of the match.
So a great pass by Tielemans.
Yeah, it was a sliding challenge to try to get Jamie Vardy, but Vardy had turned around at that point to collect the ball, and Lindelof just catches his ankles from behind. If I ever get a player wrong, just for the record, it means that they're facing camera at the time that the play happens. I normally announce who it is based on their shirt number. So yeah, if they're facing forward and they look a little bit similar from like a wide distance, like Lindelof and Maguire do from a bit, I'll often get them mixed up. Very similar free kick to the one that ended the first half here.
This is a Maddison territory. This is Maddison territory.
And United going for a much wider wall this time. Looks like 5 players all grouped together there. David De Gea shouting advice to his defense at the moment.
After this is played, I'm going to nip to the loo after this free kick.
Yep, no problem. No problem. You can just drop your camera off, and I can maintain the commentary in the meantime. But yes, James Maddison and Nacho both standing over this ball. I'm going to assume it's going to be Maddison to take. And he does. His shot will hit the wall, but he will collect his own rebound, and he'll sky that ball even higher than Mason Greenwood even did. So an unfortunate shot by James Maddison there. Will not come close to finding the net there. But again, positive play there. I will say good work by Lynn. Oh, that ball may have taken a deflection off of Maguire. Will remain to be seen if we'll get a corner kick from that. I don't think we will, because it was a very, very subtle deflection, if that. But good attempts for us to just get in there and get some shots off. No, it will be a goal kick to Manchester United. And De Gea will take, and he will try to find a player on the left wing, which he does, but Soumare will intercept the header. And it's just a little bit of back and forth at the moment at the halfway line. Bruno Fernandes will collect the ball, and he will try, and he does find Mason Greenwood on the left flank, or on the right flank. His cross in is slightly intercepted, and that will not fall to anybody solidly enough for them to get a shot off. But then a shot from distance from Nemanja Matic that was very, very powerful, but just curving away from the net. I think Schmeichel would have had that covered had it been on target. A very, very good dive from Schmeichel, in all fairness. But yes, that ball just kept rising, unfortunately for Manchester United supporters. And did just end up going probably about a foot and a half over the bar.
Oh,
John, I'm not sure if you saw that, but a hefty shot from a distance from Nemanja Matic. I think Schmeichel would have had it covered, but a good curving shot that just unfortunately curved over the bar for him. Another shot from distance, this time from Pogba. That will be blocked, and then Maddison gets taken down by Pogba. I think we could see a booking there, but Pogba wagging his finger saying that he got the ball, I think, but no, definitely a free kick there. No booking, though.
I think we should start seeing some changes, because Manchester United look more in this game than the last half. I might start looking at bringing on some fresh legs, I think.
Yeah, I think this is one of those sort of changes to the first half that is calling out for Mark Albrighton. I think if we bring Mark Albrighton onto the midfield, he's sort of that Johnny Evans type figure that can sort of help keep everybody level. And if we can win those midfield battles, that's going to stop them from getting those through balls in.
Michael to Castagna.
Rare for us to be able to say that. And James Maddison again gets knocked down, this time by Nemanja Matic, and that will be another free kick. Not close enough for us to be able to take any shot. This is right at the border of the midfield third into the Manchester United defensive third. Could even be Maddison calling for some of the defenders to move forwards. Soyuncu and Evans making their way into the penalty area. So it looks as though Maddison will try to cross this into the penalty area, perhaps for a lucky header for us to get the ball into the net. Yeah, we got Dan Amarte up in there. Nacho is in amongst the squad. Cross comes over. It's looking for Soyuncu on the corner of the area. It was not the best pass. And Soyuncu gets barreled over by Matic. He's calling for a free kick, having some words with the linesman, as is Johnny Evans. He will not get the free kick, unfortunately. I think that he deserved it for the way that he got pulled down there, but no decision from the referee there. How is Pogba not booked? I will say, in all fairness, oh my goodness, they just cut back into play. We're already back into the box. And Yuri Tielemans with the ball on the outside of the penalty area. His shot is deflected and up and over the net. Oh my goodness! So yeah, we were just being shown a replay of Matic pulling down Chalar Soyuncu, and then immediately Kelechi Iheanacho was already back into the penalty area, and Yuri Tielemans' shot, yes, unfortunately gets blocked, and we're already moving forward again. Jamie Vardy getting in ahead of Lindelof, finds himself some space, gets pulled down on the outside of the penalty area. No free
what is
kick.
this?
That I am stunned that there was no break in play for that. It was outside the penalty area, so we wouldn't have had a call for a penalty there, but definitely should have been a free kick in my opinion, as Luke Shaw will head the ball back to David De Gea there.
A free kick on Vardy outside the box. That was definitely.
I am shocked there. I think that was I'm not sure if that was Maguire or Lindelof that did the foul there on Vardy, but just grabbed him by the shoulders and pulled him to the ground while he had his back to goal. And yeah, I'm very, very surprised that was not a free kick, but I'll take it as a positive that we are still playing very professionally and solidly. Ronaldo's starting to get a little bit frustrated with the fact the calls aren't going his way.
You've got all the calls going your way. This is our game.
Timmy Castagna to take a throw in just inside the Leicester City forward third, showing the win probability. Surprisingly, the stats people still think that Manchester United are more likely to win this game, but that would be against the direction of play at the moment. Throw-in goes to James Maddison. We'll play the ball back to Castagna. A little bit of back and forth between the two of them as they try to find some space, but we are forced to go back, and ball is already back with Johnny Evans. Yeah, not sure why United are getting away with a good few fouls recently, but a string of maybe 2-3 fouls. Hopefully this isn't going to become a trend across the second half.
Oh. There we go.
Finally, and there we go. We finally.
Why isn't Pogba getting booked? He's done this 3 times now.
Pogba takes out the ankles of
Rashford. I knew it.
Yep. Rashford is kitted up, receiving some tactical advice. So it looks as though that's going to be the first substitution of the game. Will be by United to bring on Marcus Rashford.
Come on, Brendan. Where's our change? We need to match it.
Tielemans Soumare and Dan Amarte playing a little bit of back and forth between a lot of them, trying to get the ball past Pogba. James Maddison currently playing out near the halfway line, and Soyuncu will play the ball over to Castagna. United playing back in numbers at the moment, a very, very receded line at the moment.
We've had a few players warming up, so I wonder who's going to come on.
Yeah, refereeing has been a little bit lenient. I think we could have seen a couple bookings, definitely more free kicks for Leicester City. And Aston Villa currently 1-0 up against Wolves, so when the ball next goes out of play, I will check who the goal scorer was for that. But currently, Kelechi Iheanacho plays a lovely no-look pass to Yuri Tielemans. He tries to get the ball into the area, but Lindelof will get to it ahead of Jamie Vardy, and that is out for, I believe, Leicester City's first corner of the game.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
And also, apparently, Southampton 1-0 up against Leeds. So let me quickly check to get you some updates around the horn. So Southampton, Armando Broja scoring the opening goal there in the 53rd minute. They lead Leeds at the St. Mary's. And then Aston Villa, Danny Ings scoring the opener in the 48th. They lead 1-0 against Wolves at Villa Park. Maddison to play the corner in. He plays it low, will find Nacho, but unfortunately Nacho just can't find Tielemans. The play doesn't quite line up for us. Johnny Evans tracking back, does excellently to get back. He may have clipped the Manchester United man. United still coming forward. Wan-Bissaka plays a cross in, but that will fall right into the arms of Kasper Schmeichel. And you can see Schmeichel just going like, okay, let's calm down. We got the ball.
I think, why don't we just take a proper corner? That almost let us concede.
Whew. Very, very exciting for both teams still at the moment in the second half. Johnny Evans currently holding the ball. I believe United have not made their substitution yet. Rashford's still standing on the sidelines. But we will keep you updated once we know who that change will be for. I can't help but assume it's going to be for probably Jadon Sancho, as he's been less impressive than Mason Greenwood has been this match. Leicester City switching up the play. Ball falls to Ricardo Pereira, plays a quick back and forth with Kelechi Iheanacho. James Maddison plays an excellent outside of the foot through ball to find Castagna on the wing. He'll play it back into the middle. He finds Maddison, who just unfortunately can't keep the ball under control. Oh my goodness, but the clearance nearly bounces off of Timmy Castagna and nearly falls to the feet of Jamie Vardy, but Lindelof just gets his head to it to stop that play from going forward. Fernandez marshaled down by Chalar Soyuncu, and Leicester City maintained possession. And we're moving forward calmly at the moment. Our midfield line coming up in numbers. Currently, Sumari playing a little bit of back and forth with Madison. He's forced to turn around under a lot of pressure by Greenwood there and forced back to the defensive line. And yes, thank you for the updates around the horn. So we have gone over the other scorelines as they stand at the moment. And I believe, yes, Norwich versus Brighton is also still remaining 0-0 at the moment as Tielemans tries to play a through ball, but unfortunately no one was making the run yet, and that will just fall right to David De Gea.
This might go. Oh, I thought it wasn't got to play, did it? So Rashford won't come on yet. When he goes out to play next, Rashford will come on.
I'm still a little bit in the first half mindset because every time David De Gea gets the ball, I keep wanting to say Kasper Schmeichel because I'm seeing the ball with the goalie on the left-hand side. Definitely my morning brain at work. As Yuri Tielemans will play the ball over to Pereira. Pereira will try to find Madison in the middle and does. But Madison still has to get past Pogba, but he does so with a pass to Iheanacho. Lovely, lovely passing between the two of them. Nacho marshalling his way in. Makes the pass to Castagna, who has a little bit of space in the penalty area. Castagna plays the cross in. He's going to try to find Ricardo, who he does find, but his pass into the penalty area will not find anyone. And United will try to make a quick running counter at the moment. Ball's currently with Sancho, under pressure by Sumare. He'll play the ball back towards Pogba, who's immediately under pressure by Vardy, of all people. Again, showing the way that the players are willing to come out of position, but still remain shape in a way. Yeah, unbelievable difference from our defense. Chalar Soyuncu, a whole new player since a fully fit, nearly fully fit, Johnny Evans comes back into the lineup. Wan-Bissaka now has the ball. He can't quite control it the way that he wants, so his momentum is halted. He plays the ball back to Pogba. Pogba tries to find, I think that's Fernandez outside the penalty area. He'll get, the ball is currently in the penalty area at the moment, near the 6-yard box. I don't know how he missed that. Mason Greenwood with the ball just outside the Leicester City 6-yard box. Every Leicester City player was on the ground. I think Kasper Schmeichel was even on his knees at the time, but he misses. John Towers, thanks so much for tuning in. How's the performance been today? This has been quite possibly Leicester City's best performance of the season so far. We have been good across the pitch. United have been playing well as well. Full credit to them. As the substitution is what I had predicted, I believe. Oh, yes, Sancho comes off for Rashford for the first substitution of the game. But yes, excellent play from Leicester City so far this game. We've been playing good through balls. We've been playing more positively. Our defense has been very solid. Both goals, really, you can't blame their defenses at all, except maybe Harry Maguire, who gave the ball away for the Leicester City goal. But two wonder strikes from right near the penalty area line, one by Mason Greenwood for Manchester United, and then a beautiful equalizer, could well be goal of the month, if not goal of the season for Leicester, by Yuri Tielemans. But very, very positive play from Leicester City in this match. As Fernandez and Wan-Bissaka in their attempt
go on.
The ball to Leicester City. James Madison, unfortunately, under just too much pressure, but Tielemans will shoot from a distance, and that will go up and over the Leicester City net, or up and over the goal they were trying to score, up and over Manchester United. Again, I'm still in that first half mindset, but for some reason, the left side goal is Leicester City's for me still. But yeah, again, one of the things that we've been finding is that as Leicester City come forward, whoever's holding the ball, they need to get marked by 2-3 players in order to get dispossessed.
This is because I'm worried because every time we have a go at goal, or they counter-attack, and I'm scared that they're just going to get a goal from a counter-attack.
Luke Shaw currently, he's playing the ball over to Paul Pogba, Wan-Bissaka. They're currently on the border of the Leicester defensive third. Greenwood, Pogba, back as far as Matic at the moment. Matic sort of playing as like a deeper defensive midfielder at the moment. He'll play the ball up and over to Shaw. Shaw will play the ball over to Rashford, the substitute who came on for the left wing. He plays the ball to Pogba. Pogba gets the ball past Tielemans. Pogba shoves Tielemans to the ground, and that will be a yellow surely card. At some point, Pogba has to get booked because that's maybe his 5th or 6th foul on the day at this point. I'm actually just going to check the stat on that. Fouls committed currently is Leicester City 4, Manchester United 14.
And yellow cards given 1.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because I was looking at the stats, I didn't see that. So Paul Pogba has entered the book. That is the second booking of the match.
That was for Lindelof.
Oh, sorry, Lindelof got booked?
You got booked when he fouled Vardy.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought you were saying that Pogba had gotten booked there as well. Honestly, he should be at this point. He's committed, I think, maybe 5 or 6 of those 14 fouls.
I think Perez is coming on.
Sorry, who's coming on?
Perez, I think.
Interesting. So that would probably be maybe for Pereira then to give us a new winger?
Maybe. I don't know. But at the moment...
United coming forward in numbers at the moment. Fernandes, a lovely ball, will find Rashford, who gets himself into some space outside the penalty area. He has entered the area up against Ricardo Pereira, who does well to stay on his feet. He blocks his cross, ball falls to Pogba. Fernandes with the shot from distance, but that will not fall anywhere near the net. And Leicester get a chance to sort of regain their shape as it is a goal kick.
You imagine now, look, a better team this second half. So I'm not, third half, first half, we're dominant. This half is 50-50. So we need to make a few changes now so we can maintain that pressure. But
we are currently in the 68th minute, which is normally Brendan's substitution time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing somebody coming on. Goal kick is played short. Johnny Evans holding the ball, tries to find Iheanacho, but unfortunately places ball a little bit too hard. And United will come forward again. Rashford gets tripped up. No foul. Nope, free kick is given. No, he tells Rashford to get up. United hold possession, though. Luke Shaw will play the ball over towards Rashford. Rashford forced to play the ball back, and United are now playing back to their defenders. Nemanja Matic will play the ball over towards Harry Maguire. Maguire, a terrible pass trying to find Lindelof. That will take apart United's momentum, as Lindelof is now under a little bit of pressure from Vardy, but will make his pass. Some back and forth ball. Will find Wan-Bissaka outside the area. He tries to play across the penalty area. That will not find a United player. The clearance will find Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba will play the ball over towards Shaw. Shaw's going to play a cross into the penalty area. That will get over Chalar Soyuncu, and that goes out, I think, for a goal kick. I cannot see the decision as it's been made, but looks like a goal kick.
70th minute, 1-1. When Manchester United started to get into this game a bit more, now they're starting to put pressure on us. We need to get out of this. We need to get out of this little slump in the game and get back to where we were in the first half. But
definitely agree. Yeah, just showing the replay. That will just clip Ronaldo on the side of the head, but he can't direct it towards goal. Just showing Soyuncu tying his shoes a little bit, and Dan Amarte appears to have gotten a little bit of cramp.
It might be make 2 subs then, bring on Vestergaard and Perez, it looks like.
Ronaldo just coming over to have a quick fetch for some reason. Not sure why.
Yeah, I think Amarte's had enough. I think that's Amarte's day has ended. He looks like he's got... Don't know what he's done, but I think it's good for us to get some tactical advice from Brendan. And it's Perez coming on.
Yeah, Jose Perez getting a little bit of advice from Brendan Rodgers, and I'm not sure who that coach is standing behind. But if you're watching on the television, that man is a spitting image of Johnny Evans.
I think it might be coming on for.
I would guess Ricardo or Castagna.
I prefer it to be actually, or Emil Heskey's in the stands. I really like Castagna and Pereira. They've been very dangerous. Probably Madison or Sumare but that would make sense. It probably would be Perez, but pretty surprising. I would have thought, or Brighton, like you said, or probably even Daka maybe bring on more, pace because they're wearing out.
Denimarte is being taken off the field because he's received some treatment. Remains to be seen if he's being substituted yet, though, because, again, it looked as though it was just some cramp in the back of his calf. Nothing like hamstringing or anything like that. We saw Evans just helping him to stretch his leg. So it doesn't look like it would be anything serious or long-term, but it could be the end of the game for Amarte. But Perez is coming on. Vestergaard having some conversations with Brendan Rodgers, but not out of his penny yet. Fourth official has dropped his board.
I think Brendan's going to sub off for Marty because he's got cramp and bring on Vestergaard, like I said. So Perez will be our first sort of change that's attacking threat. So I think it's a good positive change, not going defensive.
Agreed. Ball is up for a throw, and Perez, not sure why he hasn't been substituted on yet. Just having a quick chuckle with the fourth official, but he has not been substituted on yet as play continues. David De Gea forced into a quick clearance there. And Kelechi Iheanacho will... Oh, I thought he had won that ball, but it looks as though a foul has been called. Nacho saying the ball caught him on the shoulder, but looks as though that might be for handball. Unintentional. Feed, I love to see that you're saying that you will be able to make it up to Leicester. I'm hoping to make it to a game possibly after Christmas. I was mentioning I bought membership to the club so that I could hopefully pick up a ticket to one of the matches. And Madison is coming off for Perez. So it looks like Perez will be playing in that sort of number 9 role in behind Nacho and Vardy. Not a change of shape. And John Towers a little bit worried about if Vestergaard is going to be coming on.
He will be coming on.
He hasn't come on yet. I don't see Amarte yet. Wan-Bissaka, a lovely piece of defending by Timmy Castagna to stop that play from moving forward. Lovely interception. Fortunately, the through ball that I think Sumare just tried to play won't find anybody. But Ricardo Pereira coming in with pace to stop Luke Shaw from being able to play the ball over. So, and that ball will go out for a throw-in to Manchester United near the halfway line as we hit 73rd minute. Luke Shaw takes the throw-in, forced to play it backwards, and immediately the pressure coming forward by Leicester City, we're forcing them to play the ball around the back, and Jose Perez coming in early and trying to put some pressure on Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka will get dispossessed by Soyuncu, and Leicester City come forward. Kelechi Iheanacho, a lovely bit of footwork to try to get around Maguire, but I think Maguire was a little bit further back than he expected him to be, and they recovered possession. United coming forward now with Rashford. Just a little toe tackle by Ricardo Pereira sends the ball out for another Manchester United throw-in. Pogba now has the ball out near the halfway line, and plays calm down just a little bit, but a lot of back and forth play.
Oh no, it's fine. I've got it. It's all good.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, just another little bit of behind the scenes. So for all of you who have been asking like how we're watching the game, so I have a an online streaming service that's the official broadcaster here in Canada, and I'll finish that in a moment. As Vardy has played the ball across, and it's just a little bit overcooked, and ball is called offside for Nacho anyways. But yeah, so I'm from Canada, and the Canadian official Premier League broadcaster is an online streaming service. So I keep the game up here, and then I play the video over to Jono, just so that way we don't have to worry about syncing up TVs and live streaming services and the like. Helps us keep us all in sync. Yuri Tielemans does excellently to hold possession. He gets past Pogba, takes his shot, and an excellent save. Oh my days, that was nearly 2-1 to Leicester City. David De Gea can only push the ball over onto his post, but an excellent piece of play. Matic just loses the ball against Tielemans, who then does an excellent job to play the ball against the side of his calf to get past Paul Pogba. And yes, just a big save by David De Gea at full strength, or at full stretch, parries the ball onto his post. Yuri Tielemans, excellently done.
He's been our main striker.
Absolutely. David De Gea yelling some instructions to his defense as Tielemans will line up to take this corner, and we take it quickly. Cross comes in, and that will be headed up by a Manchester United player, and they will maintain control of the ball. That was Soyuncu comes in, and then Evans comes in on sign time.
Oh, shit.
Now United is in behind. Rashford plays the ball across. It will fall to Ronaldo. Amarte falls down. What a save by Casper Schmeichel.
Great defending.
Could have been a certain goal for Cristiano Ronaldo there. Unfortunately, just some poor defensive play by Leicester City there. One defensive mistake. I'm not sure who it was, but with the ball, they just unfortunately fell. Oh, no, it was Ricardo Pereira. Unfortunately, the ball just bobbled past him, but the ball fell to Ronaldo in alone.
Amarte slid in.
Oh, and you know what? The flag went up anyways. Ronaldo would have been offside.
Okay.
And Iheanacho comes off for Daka.
Iheanacho is off for Daka. What do you think about this? And get your comments in.
Yeah, that is an interesting substitution for me because Daka, I mean, I still haven't quite seen enough of him to have like an analytical viewpoint of him, but he's not as pacey as Nacho is normally, and Nacho I think has been one of our standout players. So I hope that that's not going to negatively affect us moving forward. But you know, Daka's still an excellent player, and we'll see how he gets into the game as Jamie Vardy now has the ball and plays the through ball, tries to find Daka. Daka shoots, and that is into the feet.
Daka just shot and it's saved by De Gea and it's out for a corner.
Oh my goodness! Very nearly scores this. Very nearly scores within 30 seconds of coming on. He was onside, kept onside by the other 29 of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Harry Maguire can do nothing but just blast the rebound out for another corner kick. So Leicester City, another shot on target there. And that is going to be another corner likely to be played in by Tielemans. Tielemans plays the cross in. Goes up and over everybody. Falls to Daka, who takes the shot.
Yes!
Leicester City 2! Manchester United 1!
That's it!
Chalar Soyuncu, of all people, that scores the goal. Absolute calamity in the Manchester United penalty area. Looks like Paul Pogba might be calling for an offside there, but those calls will fall on deaf ears.
Don't bring up yet. After VAR check, we do it.
Yes. Because Soyuncu was quite close to the net, and if there's one thing we know, it's the VAR loves to call an offside goal against us. But I'll tell you what, the scoreboard says 2-1. We're watching the replay right now. Tielemans plays the cross in. It goes up and over everybody. Lindelof got his head to it. It goes to Daka. Daka takes a shot that goes off of De Gea. Rebound falls to Perez. I think Perez was in an onside position. Yes, he was. And that goes off of Perez to Soyuncu, who is also in an onside position. You cannot take that goal away from Leicester City. I
think it hit Lindelof anyway. Or Maguire.
It did.
Yeah, Maguire.
So I'll tell you what. I'm playing the sound. They cannot take that away from us. It is Leicester City 2, Manchester United 1. What a match this is turning into. What a match. And Chalar Soyuncu, of all people, and there's a substitution being made. I don't recognize the face. I think that's Nemanja Matic coming off for Scott McTominay. Yes, it is.
I can't swear on stream, but everyone join in. F off Maguire. F off Maguire. We don't need you. We've got Soyuncu. You're not effing massive.
I was trying to think of some word because I was going to go like, his boots are massive. Oh, dear. But a nice piece of play. And I'll tell you what, we scored a goal off of a corner. And I'll tell you what, yes, Dave Gavin, we did deserve that. That has been...
I'll tell you what, Brendan, tactical masterclass. Brings on Perez and Daka, instant change. Brilliant.
And oh my goodness, of all the camera cuts, it just cuts to a very concerned-looking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, fingers interlocked, lips in his mouth. He doesn't know what to make of the fact that his team are now down 2-1. Scott McTominay now coming forward under pressure by Soyuncu.
Really defending by Soyuncu.
Fatboy Sai, thank you so much for the £2 super sticker. Thank you so much. And yes, absolutely get in. What a goal for Leicester City. What a game for Leicester City. And then fee as well, £1.99. Thank you so much. We always appreciate it.
I agree with David. Soyuncu needed this. He's been absolutely world class. He's been defending like an absolute masterclass. Maguire's looked like Soyuncu did like all season. Maguire's looked very average.
Jose Perez, while going down, manages to play a through ball to Jamie Vardy. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but we're already on the attack again. He plays the ball to Tielemans. Tielemans tries to find Daka. He won't find him, but he finds Ricardo, who takes the shot, and it's just wide of the net. But immediately from there, the ball immediately comes forward again, and it's the 81st minute, and we nearly made it 3-1. And yes, like Anthony is saying, the King Power has suddenly gone loud. So unfortunately, because we have to keep dialogue with each other, we have to watch the game on mute, so none of us can hear what's going on. But I can imagine that the KP must be rocking right now. United tried to play the ball forward, but that will only fall as far as Kasper Schmeichel.
No chance. It kicks it almost into Manchester United's third. It's gone that far.
Lindelof was forced to control the ball there. And again, Leicester City haven't let up on their pressing. Although now United are coming forward. The ball is with Rashford. He takes the shot, and that has gone into the net. Will remain to be seen if that might be called offside.
No, it's a goal, 2-2.
No. Very quickly, Manchester United came back. A very quick equalizing goal there. So the celebration's short-lived here at the King Power as it is now 2-2. But this is what we were talking about, that this is a very fluid match. No, I think Soyuncu might have been keeping him barely offside. Very close. Unfortunate there. Is now in the 82nd minute. It is now 2-2. Full credit to them. A very well played through ball. Very little that Kasper Schmeichel could do. He got in and made himself big. Soyuncu and Evans both tracks back, but very difficult to stop a ball that comes in like that. Now we're already attacking again. Jose Perez is in the penalty area. He plays the ball across goal. Jamie Vardy!
Yes! What's the goal?
That's it! Oh my goodness! And he is running into the corner. He is celebrating with
Come
Jose
on!
Perez.
Get in!
What a fast-moving game this has been. I cannot believe it. Manchester United had left with the play for maybe 30 seconds at most, and it is now Leicester City 3, Manchester United 2. This is playing out like a game of FIFA. They're showing the replay at the moment, and it starts with the kickoff. A through ball is played, a high through ball to Timmy Castagna. Castagna gets knocked down by Pogba. Pogba might get booked for that on the replay. And the ball then falls to Perez, who gets in past McTominay, plays the ball to Vardy. He hits the ball first time on a volley with the outside of his boot. And that is Leicester City 3, Manchester United 2. Another class goal. To be perfectly fair, there have been 5 goals scored this game, and I think all 5 of them have been deeply impressive.
All 5 goals have been brilliant.
There was no celebration from Jamie Vardy there, but that was we're already on the attack again. Patson Daka moving forward, his shot is blocked, and that will go out for a Leicester City corner there. Oh my days, Vardy! Oh my goodness. Fee with the 99 pence super sticker. Thank you so much. What a game. I'm starting to feel a little lightheaded from all of the yelling that I've been doing lately. This has been an intense, incredible match.
I've gone through 2 bottles of water in half an
Jamie
hour.
Vardy makes it 3-2 as Leicester City set up to take a corner. Oh my goodness, as we come up to around the 85th minute. Yeah, what a game this has been. Yuri Tielemans plays the corner in. He won't find a Leicester City player, but the rebound will fall to Jose Perez. His shot
Perez almost
shot is blocked, and then Chalar Soyuncu cannot play in the rebound. But
come on, Leicester, great finish.
I think another corner kick. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I am lightheaded from all of it. This has been such intense play. Leicester City not letting up at all. The Manchester United defenders are screaming at each other over how this has been going for them. Lindelof and Maguire are incredibly frustrated at the moment. It was a goal kick, in fact. So United now coming forward again. Pogba's pass doesn't find anybody. Tielemans will play the ball to Daka. He gets pulled down by Pogba. That's like Pogba's 8th or 9th foul.
There we go. That's a yellow card.
Paul Pogba gets booked. John, anyone for a 5-3? There's still time left in this match.
My heart can't take it.
Oh my goodness. Jack Cosgrove tuning in. Everyone at this school in Australia is from Man U. First off, full credit to you for tuning in from Australia. Like for me, it's always an early match tuning in from Canada. It must be like the middle of the night for you in Australia. Yeah, I've got several Manchester United fans at my workplace. We will be conversing about this on Monday. Ball's currently in the middle third as United are just trying to get something moving forward. Tries to play the ball to Ronaldo, and what a sliding tackle by Chalar Soyuncu that gives us some time to get players back. There will be no fast-moving through ball for them there. Excellent defending there as we have 3.5 minutes left, and the final substitution is being made. It will be Yannick Vestergaard coming on. It will be for Johnny Evans. So Johnny Evans will be coming off with 4 minutes left, but what a performance by Johnny Evans.
On their feet. What a performance by Johnny Evans. He's been
I'll tell you what, we have a lot of players who will be man of the match contenders for this. If we're going to be putting up a Twitter poll after this, it's going to be like starting 8 or 9 players. It's going to be our starting 11.
Even Perez goes in, and Daka.
Oh my days. What a match it's been so far. So both teams have now made all 3 substitutions. Just some fresh legs in defense, it looks like, for Leicester City. And just a big man comes on, Yannick Vestergaard. United already forced to play the ball back, and it is with Lindelof, who will play the ball over to Pogba in their defensive third. Daka and Vardy playing a high press again, not giving the United players a moment's rest. Luke Shaw can't make his pass over towards Marcus Rashford. And that ball is out by Maguire for a throw-in, I believe, to Leicester City, unless that may have taken a deflection. And also, sorry, I said that his pass didn't find Rashford. It didn't find Lingard. No, it was for United. United coming forward again. Shot from a distance, but that will find Kasper Schmeichel off the shot by Lingard. And you know that he's just going to sit on that for a moment.
We've got 2.
I completely agree with Fatboy Sai here. I'm so nervous. If we can hold on, this could be the start of something. What a performance this has been. This has been the Leicester City of the start of This has been the Leicester City that beat Manchester City last season. This is the Leicester City that beat Manchester United. This is the Leicester City that won the FA Cup. And if we can hold this, the momentum this could bring us. United coming forward again and very nearly. That ball, I think, fell to Ronaldo. There's arguments as to whether or not this is a corner kick or a goal kick. It looks like a goal kick. But a lovely piece of work.
This is the biggest win of our season so far.
Absolutely. Easily the performance of the season. What a result it will be. This will already, if results go our way for other teams, this is going to take us up to 10th place in the league, and we'll be starting to make our way back up towards those challenging places if we can get results in other matches. Kasper Schmeichel just hoofs the ball upfield. Daka wins the header, but cannot find Vardy ahead of Lindelof. Jose Perez gets in there, pressuring McTominay.
Go Vardy!
That nearly finds Vardy, but unfortunately, Wan-Bissaka will get ahead of the ball. Wan-Bissaka under pressure by Vardy. Vardy gets in behind him, and he gets tripped. Surely that's a free kick for Leicester City.
It's a foul to Jamie Vardy.
Yes, it is. Vardy just having a joking chat with Wan-Bissaka. Just a tangling of feet there. It won't be a booking for Wan-Bissaka there, but oh my goodness.
On FIFA, if no Leicester player gets team of the week for next week, I'll be absolutely mind blown because
Tielemans is going to be in there.
Someone's just got to be in there. Someone's got to be in there.
The team of the week is going to be the Leicester City starting lineup.
This is Ronaldo, right? This is Ronaldo, and I'm Soyuncu.
Right in the pocket. Keys, Oyster card, Ronaldo. Empty the pockets. It's going to be Perez to play this cross in. And it goes across the goal.
Whoa. And Daka scored his first goal for Leicester City.
And he opens his Leicester City account, and it is Leicester City 4, Manchester United 2. I'm going to hold on the goal horn just for a moment in case this somehow gets called off for offside. But there's no appeals for the Manchester United players at the moment. I'm going to tell you what. I've run out of goal videos. We only have 3 different videos. So I'm going to play the one with the most cheering as it is now. There's no way you can take that away from us. That ball went off a Manchester United player. And just I'm going to take a moment from Ali McCoist's playbook here that is Christmas and his birthday and Hanukkah and all of the holidays presents put into one for Patson Daka.
He was involved in this in our second goal. Oh my God, this has been.
Oh, my goodness. Patson Daka. You're better than CR7. Yes, from Daka. Yes, it's a goal. And with 5 minutes of injury time, which we have already played 1.5 of, We have a 2-goal lead, and we can't. Manchester United just tried to play a crossover from their kickoff, and we blocked it, and we already have the ball again. Boubacar Soumaré plays the ball over to Castagna. Castagna tries a through ball, but that will only find Lindelof. We have 3 minutes left in this game, and it is still 4-2. United trying to get forward, but just nothing is playing out for them. Patson Daka tries to get the ball, and he's giving a little bit of heckle towards McTominay. So he's forced to play the ball backwards. United just can't get forwards at the moment, although now they do. Curse of the commentator there is Shaw. Plays the ball across towards Lingard. But that ball gets cleared out. Falls to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka plays the ball towards McTominay. McTominay plays the ball to Bruno. Bruno plays it up and over, tries to find Ronaldo. Ronaldo can't get his feet to it. Oh, and I love it from Schmeichel. Schmeichel just holds the ball and holds an arm out to pick up Ronaldo, who falls to the ground. Fee, another £1.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for that. We all love it. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us for what has been an incredible game from Leicester City so far. This has made my weekend. Oh my goodness.
Whole season so far.
So we hope that this is game over right now. But yeah, Rashford who, Ronaldo who, what is a Man United? Ross, I will put the link in once the full-time whistle goes. So please stay tuned. My goodness, what a game this has been. We are into the final 2 minutes of injury time. And Leicester City have the ball as Amarte plays the ball over. Soumaré now has the ball under pressure by McTominay, but holds the ball, plays the ball to Nacho. Nacho switches play up, gets the ball to Perez, who plays the ball to Vardy. Vardy maintains the ball, but he has to get pressured by 3 different Manchester United players, and United can't get the ball forward. Big Yannick Vestergaard gets in there and does what he does best, making himself big. I almost called him Soumaré. Castagna and Daka have a little bit of back and forth. Ayoze Perez now has the ball. This is just back and forth play in the midfield, and I'm calling it out like we're attacking the penalty area just because I'm so excited by this game. Ronaldo can't get the ball through because of a lovely tackle by Soumaré. Castagna now has the ball under pressure by Ronaldo. Ball goes out. Under pressure by Lingard. Ball goes out for a throw-in. The mighty Leicester put the final nail in another manager's coffin. Ole is at the wheel at the moment, but I don't know that he's going to get sacked as a result of this match alone. Will remain to be seen, as we are now in the final minute of the game, and Soyuncu plays the ball up towards Daka. Daka flicks the ball up over his own head, gets away from Wan-Bissaka, gets tackled, no foul. Pogba will play the ball up and over. He's trying to find Rashford, which he does. But Rashford, well marked by Soyuncu, forced to turn around and leave the penalty area. He plays the ball back to McTominay. McTominay will find Pogba. Pogba will play the ball over towards Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw will play the ball, and he only finds nobody but Boubacar Soumaré. He plays the ball over towards Ricardo, and we will just hold the ball. We're just trying to use up time. We're in the final 15 seconds of the game right now, as Ricardo will play forward. United making one final attack. Ronaldo comes into the penalty area. It will fall towards Rashford. I think that was Luke Shaw with the shot, and Kasper Schmeichel will fall on.
It's a win. We win against Manchester United with Ronaldo.
Oh, my goodness. I'd like to give some kudos to all of you who are tuning in from around the world. Omar, not sure where you're tuning in from, but it's apparently midnight for you there. 2:30 in the morning for Jack Cosgrove. It's 11:55 in the morning for me here in Canada. Leicester City putting forward one final attack. It will get intercepted by Lindelof, but Daka still putting pressure on David De Gea. And that is the full-time whistle. And final score is Leicester City 4, Manchester United 2. What a game that has been. And I want all of you to come on camera with me and celebrate how this match has gone. The link is going into chat. Leicester City are back. What a result that has been. I don't think anybody would have come in and expected such a lopsided game there. And that is not to take anything away from Manchester United. They played well. Leicester played excellent.
Their 2 goals were unstoppable. The liftover for Rashford and Greenwood's goal unstoppable. But we were just absolutely sensational today. We were. Oh, I can't.
More. I'm going to give some more kudos for the folks tuning in from abroad. Anthony Beebe, I believe you're in the same time zone as Michael is out in Seattle. 8:45 in the morning. Jono and Ross, I've seen you both tune in. Just before I add you up on screen, I'm going to quickly go through the horn, the other results in the Premier League. So Norwich versus Brighton has ended 0-0. Aston Villa versus Wolves is in injury time at 2-2. And Manchester City beats Burnley 2-0. And Southampton beats Leeds 1-0. So, Jono and Ross, if you're ready, I'm going to add you on camera. What a result!
Now, right. We said before the game, Soyuncu, that game has just proved something. Right, I'm going to turn the TV down 1 second. I'm still going to...
But I don't even want to ask you guys questions. I just want to hear like your thoughts on the game. And then Leo, I've seen you tuned in as well. I don't want to put 5 people on screen at once because last time I did that, it ended the broadcast.
Honestly, man of the match, 2 players stick to mind. Now, they all played amazing. Let's be honest. Soyuncu was outstanding with a capital O. We've said he plays better with Johnny Evans. We have been proven right. Holy moly. He had a fantastic game, and he was scored as well. And Tielemans was outstanding. He could have scored more than 1 today.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's a fan on the pitch. There's a fan just got on the pitch.
Daka, when he came on, instantly he got a corner, instantly, and he scored. Brilliant substitution. Brendan there was tactical masterclass. Tactical masterclass, that was.
John, remember that? What was it? Remember that chant that I made for Daka? Should we have a little crack at it? Can you remember? Come on, we'll have 1 crack at it. Right, here it is. Right, go on my TikTok, Rossi LCFC 99 for and go for it. Right, anyway, it goes, Leicester's new striker. Oh, you meant to say it back with me. Leicester's new striker. Runs all the time, comes from Zambia, now he's all mine, cause we've got Patson Daka, we've got Patson Daka, we've got Patson Daka, glad you're mine.
I love it. Honestly, the only reason I can't do chats at the moment is because it's still reasonably early here, and I have family members in the house that are sleeping, so I can't yell.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot you're Canadian.
No worries.
It is.
Jono, I'd love to hear some of your thoughts as well. Like, what are some of your key takeaways from that match? What a spectacular result!
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been waiting for this, haven't we, for probably the start of the season. So I'm absolutely over the moon. Having watched a few games this season and been massively disappointed. We've been waiting for something like this to happen, to really kickstart, and hopefully this is the start of our season proper, and we can kick on from here and start climbing the table. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to see the game. Obviously, I'm in the UK, so I'm not being able to watch it, but I've been following you guys all the way through, and certainly in the second half, and fantastic. I'm over the moon with the result. Absolutely. As we all are.
Records are made to be broken. And you know what's interesting? We are the first team to beat Manchester. They had a long unbeaten away record. And little old Leicester has just broken it.
Oh, yeah. True. That's a good point, because normally Man U are really good away, aren't they?
And you know, beforehand, they had an unbeaten away record in all competitions. And a team called Leicester beat them again in 3-1 back in whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean,
what was that? So put that comment up again. Sorry.
I'm hoping
that was about your chat.
Make it big in the States, but not for us people in Europe.
I'm really hoping after that all of the Brendan Out Brigade can shut up and start supporting, because I'm sick and tired of seeing Brendan Out all over the place. It's absolutely ridiculous. Who are we going to replace him with? And
we need to be
He's proved today that he put 2 up front. He's sorted out the defence. Okay, Johnny Evans is a big part of that, but he's gone away and he's done his homework and he's got us a result today. Brendan is the right man for us, so I want all the Brendan Out Brigade to just shut up and start supporting. I hope that will happen from now on. It's absolutely lunacy calling for his head over the last few weeks. But anyway, I'm over the moon. Absolutely.
Honestly,
I can't wait to see the goals tonight at Match of the Day. Surely we've got to be on Match of the Day first.
With the first one,
Surely.
the first one.
You remember, we're not a big club, remember, so they'll probably put us on second or something. You know it's like.
They'll put us on first because
Lineker won't have it. Lineker will force it to be on first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Jono. Next time, private message me, and we'll get you to Canada so you can watch the game.
Yeah. We'll get
read between the lines.
Quickly, I want to put a number to what you mentioned before. So Leicester City's win here ends a 29-match unbeaten away record for Manchester United.
Yeah.
So what a result that was. And I know a lot of the people have been saying that, this is only one game, but I think one of the biggest things around here is that this will give us some momentum and some confidence. Brentford is a game that I think we could go in and give them a match. I'm not going to go in there and say that we'll win offhand, but going in this positively, we can shake them.
We need.
Also, I will
also
say, Nick Moore, don't worry, that Jade and Navy shirt, the Jade and Navy shirt will never go on this backdrop again. Don't worry about it. That shirt is down.
What we need, though, I would say, don't get me wrong, fantastic win today, but now let's build on it. Because if we now, no disrespect to Brentford, but we need to win that game more than we did on this one.
Brentford have been phenomenal this season.
I know. I'm not saying that at all. But you compare, if you look on paper, people would think Leicester would win Brentford more than they will beat Manchester United.
Are we at Brentford?
Pardon?
Are we at Brentford?
No, basically, on paper, we will beat Brentford and then not win Manchester United. Obviously, this is Leicester City. We're a bit different. So hopefully,
we always do the opposite. We beat the so-called
big teams. Yeah.
Teams.
So I hope we build on it. We don't go back to square one. But anyway, let's not go about that for now. What a victory! Do you know what? Amazing game for the neutrals. Do you know what's a shame? It wasn't on TV, meaning in the UK, meaning proper TV. Hang on, proper TV. So I'm just there.
Tell you what, we'll keep our fingers crossed for match of the day. I'm gonna run a risk with my internet here because I don't want to cut out.
Well, I'm gonna drop out anyway. But man of the match for me, my opinion. So everyone played well. Nobody had a bad game. But the ones that stood out for me, I think, were Soyuncu because he's been a lot of stick recently. They all have, but mainly Soyuncu. He was fantastic today, and Tielemans come under a bit of stick as well. I thought his goal, was it a goal? Was it a cross? We don't know, but it doesn't matter. It went in.
It was a goal.
Obviously. But what a way to say, what a fantastic performance. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. And what's that? No.
All right. So thanks for joining us, Ross. I'm gonna let you go. And then Leo, I'll add you into the screen if you're ready.
And Vardy gets his goal today as well, so he stays top of the league, top of the charts, goal scoring wise. Hopefully, he can win the Golden Boot this year. That would be great as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'd love to start. When he wins.
Oh yeah, sorry, Leo. Let's get we'll get your opening thoughts on just like what a performance, what your takeaways for it are, and then we'll discuss man of the match.
Well, what a match. My takeaway is just I don't really have any takeaways. We deserve that result, and we got it. It's a great fight by the lads and great resilience as well. 15 seconds after conceding a pretty late equaliser, we're scoring a goal. So that is amazing. And
absolutely.
Also, credit to Jose Perez as well. Plenty of stick, 2 assists. Not bad.
Yeah, good call.
So let's quickly talk about man of the match. I wanted to pull up.
This is going to be
I think I might have lost the comment, but I'd like to get. I don't know if I would call him my man of the match, but Dan Amarte, for all the stick that he gets, played an amazing game. I think we were joking about it. Empty the pockets, keys, Oyster card, Cristiano Ronaldo did an excellent job in center defense. I think all of our defenders.
When he chipped over the bar, he stopped that goal. He slid in, he just didn't
blocked the ground route.
Ronaldo off. He was sensational. Every player was sensational.
I would say probably my man of the match would probably be either Tielemans or Nacho. Probably Tielemans, but I'd love to hear what you three think.
You go first.
I'm Yeah, John.
Well, obviously, I haven't seen the game, but I would say it sounds like Tillemans, he scored a cracking goal, got us started in the game. So probably go there, to be honest. Normally when Tillemans plays well, we do well as a team. He's one of the key cogs in the Leicester team. So when he plays well, we normally get a result. So although I haven't seen the game, I'm going to stick on Tillemans, I think.
Leo?
I'm the same. For at halftime, I came on and kind of gave it a joint. So Tillemans and Nacho, but also I'm really happy with Ayoze. So, but he's not man of the match because he didn't play. Well, he's not my man of the match, but I'm really happy with him as well. But yeah, I'm happy with everyone. I think everyone showed real passion for the team today. So yeah, and I also thought it was a very powerful statement by Tillemans to kiss the badge after he scored.
Absolutely. And you know what? We were also talking about the fact that like the shaky run of form and the fact that like people think that 2 seasons of good form and then from Leicester would cause Youri Tielemans to leave. But if we can maintain this kind of thing and remain a European pressing team, I think Tielemans would absolutely want to stay at a team like this, where he is that sort of talismanic player versus more of a rotation player for a Liverpool or a Real Madrid.
Well, obviously, even if you're in the best team at those teams, you have to do rotate. Look at Man City. That they've got some of their best players. They're only playing a few games a month because that he has to rotate so many players.
Oh, the stats have you seen the stats?
No, let me pull those up.
The stats are phenomenal.
All right, I'll do a quick read through on these. So shots, Leicester City 22, Manchester United 18. Shots on target, Leicester City 11, Manchester United 6. 52% possession in favor of United. Passes 488 for Leicester, 510 for United. Passing accuracy of 84 and 85% respectively. 5 fouls to 17 by Manchester United. 3 yellow cards, 0 bookings for Leicester. 2 offsides for Leicester, 3 to United. 4 corners to 3 for Leicester. So what a result. Keith Childs, I'm just going to quickly put the link into the chat for you. So if any of you do want to come on as we continue the post-match chat, please click on that link. If you can, please come camera on and voice on, and we will add you in to the
I'm going to drop off now, guys. I've got to get the kids the tea, so I'm going to drop off now. But all the best. Hopefully we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got a midweek game. Have we got a Europa this week? I think is the Europa game.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I think we're playing Spartak.
Yep, we play Spartak Moscow on Wednesday.
It's Thursday, yeah, it should be. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to watch them on telly this week. It should be great.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Jono.
Yeah, take care.
I haven't given my man of the match yet.
No, you haven't. Let's hear it.
Evans,
a very good call.
He comes in and we win against Manchester United. What more can you say? He was absolutely not just good. He was world class. He was phenomenal.
I think I said something about it at half time. Like Johnny Evans literally being in the team probably gives Soyuncu just confidence in itself.
Yeah, Soyuncu was
totally. It's amazing how much Soyuncu becomes a different player when he has Johnny Evans in there, and we definitely need. If we can't play Evans this frequently, we've got to get looking in the market for another just sort of talent, a player with the eminence of Johnny Evans, because he just makes such a difference to keeping the entire team all together. And also, when that entire team plays together, this is a good point. I think if I remember through the whole game, there might have been 1 or 2 back passes to Casper at most. So much more positive than any of our other previous games.
We were just brilliant. Brendan deserves a lot of credit, a lot of stick, especially with the Newcastle rumours. To come out and put a team out like that, and just with the team alone, we knew it was going to be a good game. And then
absolutely,
Perez was brilliant when he came on. Was just outstanding, and then Daka came on and scored. brilliant substitution. Vestergaard just steadied it. Really great tackle in the last few minutes. So, yeah, Brendan for me was outstanding.
Leo, I've got one more question for you, but just before I ask you, Keith, I've seen that you joined in. If you want to give me a quick thumbs up, I'll add you onto the stream as well for this question.
They voted Jamie Vardy man of the match on the Premier League app. I've just got a notification, but that's probably
Hey there, Keith.
Hey guys.
And then Grader, I've seen you've joined as well. I will add you in soon, but I try not to have 5 people on because my internet sometimes can't handle that. So I wanted to ask you, with what the positive performance that we saw, we still have a tough run of games coming up. We've got Brentford coming up. We've got Brighton in the EFL Cup, Arsenal, Leeds, Chelsea coming up in the Premier League. What are some tactical differences that you saw, maybe formational differences, squad differences that you saw that you want to ensure that Brendan takes into the next few games?
So is this for me?
Lads, for me, literally, I was a little bit dubious before the game kicked off. 35 years watching Leicester, and I'm thinking Man United with Ronaldo up front, he's going to give us problems. But you look at the defence with Johnny Evans in today. Wow, what a difference! Ronaldo was almost like inconspicuous. Did he play today? One of them. It was just we defended and we were organised like lions at the back. Tillemans was on song. Vardy and Nacho, you know, everybody played their part in it. And I tell you what, the man of the match for me is Brendan Rodgers. He got his tactics absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
So
very fair.
I've got family members who my old man, he lives in the Dominican Republic and he watches every single game and he's slated Rodgers lately. But I tell you what, Rodgers today, he banged it out. The lads in the second half, first half, you probably agree, it was pretty much fair enough, 1-1. Okay. Second half, we came out like lions, like massive foxes, possessed.
Yeah.
And they were like, we are not going to lose this. We are not going to even draw. It was like relentless attack, solid defense, solid midfield. But when we got it up to the forward line, you know, Daka came on. Fantastic to see Daka score as well. He deserved that goal. And I tell you what, that's the best I've seen Leicester play. Under all of the negative games we've had lately, with all the negative press and all the Leicester fans moaning, that today was quite simply Leicester getting back to where we are, to where we should be, where we are, where we would expect. The way we played today with the positivity, and it was almost a case of, you ain't coming through, man. We don't care who you are. You are not coming through. We're going to have you. And that was, for me, simply it. It was that mindset. You're not getting through. And that was, for me, that was the most impressive thing about it today.
Absolutely. And then, Leo, I'll pass it over to you as well. So what your big takeaways, what do you want to see Brendan take from this match into our next games?
Yeah, so I think that Pereira and Timothy have to be the two fullbacks or wing backs for, you know, if he plays with fullbacks or wing backs, I'd like him to be keeping them too, because he was bringing in Bertrand. I think that's because Evans was out the team, so he wanted to add the experience down back by putting Bertrand in. And then just the more positivity. You know, it was very obvious that, you know, it wasn't like the games before the international break. We were way more positive.
I think it was down to it was down to the command and control with Johnny Evans coming back. So into a lot more settled on the left hand side, and Marty played well. It seems like the jigsaw was set with Evans coming back. I don't know, you guys say if I'm right or wrong, but for me, Evans is there, he's commanding it, and we just had that organisation going forward and solidly defensively. We look organised. Every time Man United had the ball, we dropped into a 5 very, very quickly. When we move forward, the two fullbacks, like you said, you know, Castagna, Ricardo, pushed on, which is like we've seen before. It's just been such a long time since we've seen it happen. But today we've gone back to it. that's how we want to stay and remain.
Completely agree.
Anyway, do you want me?
Oh, sorry, Leo. Go ahead.
Did you want me to go? Shall I pop off now?
I'll bring up one more point, and then I'll let you two both go. So I want to agree with that point because there's two players that I'll always sing the praises of, and that's Johnny Evans and Mark Albrighton, because they do what you described there, where they sort of help to marshal the lines if they're ever unruly. Johnny Evans keeps the defense in a row, and Mark Albrighton can help marshal that midfield. And we didn't need that in midfield this time around, but we've been needing it in defense so much. So he's just been a big game changer in that case. So I'll let Keith go as he's gotten up as well. But thanks for coming in, Keith. And then finally, Leo, before I let you go as well. So our next game coming up is in the midweek against Spartak. Can we get a quick score prediction from you on that one, if you think we can keep up this momentum?
I'm very interested because obviously, against some of those, other side last year in the Europa League, we struggled against, Legia. But 2-1 win for me. I don't watch Spartak games. I know some of their players, but it's a bit hard to watch the Russian league.
Fair.
But yeah, 2-1.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Leo. It's always
Thanks
a pleasure.
for having me.
All right, and then Grader, if you can give me a quick thumbs up, I'll be happy to add you onto stream. Grader, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. You?
I'm doing great, especially after that match. So
yeah,
what are
I
your
think
takeaways?
I think before the game, I was thinking maybe the player had gained a lot more composure after an international break and got their heads more wrapped around keeping focus on the game, keeping themselves solid in defence as well. And I think that's what definitely helped us win today.
Absolutely. Were there we've done some discussion around man of the match and the like. Who stood out to you in the squad?
I think definitely Tielemans with his goal. I wasn't watching the game, but it sounded like an absolute cracker. Amati definitely did well, especially that he didn't have any experience playing with players on the level of like Ronaldo. I think he definitely coped really well.
Absolutely.
But I think...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I have to give it to Kasper Schmeichel. I think is a great team can always be a great team with a great goalie, and I think he's definitely kept us in some of our games, and I think he's definitely kept a few of their attackers quiet, definitely. So I think Kasper Schmeichel could just edge it out for another good goalkeeping performance.
That's very fair. There were some critical saves that were made by Schmeichel as well. We saw that in, I think it was when we were it was when it was 2-2. I think there was a point blank save that Schmeichel made. And that's where he shines, is like, even when, we'll laud him for his distribution and say that it hasn't been great, but he always comes in like that with a quality performance in net when it matters most. So finally, before I let you go, I'm just
game goalie.
Absolutely. So before I let you go, I do just want to confirm your man of the match, and let's get a quick prediction from you for Spartak on Wednesday as well.
I definitely believe Kasper Schmeichel was the man of the match, especially with that point blank save at 2-2. I think prediction for Spartak Moscow, I think it'll be a 2-1 win. I mean, Spartak definitely has some good players. I mean, they have Quincy Promes as well. I think he probably one of their stars. They're doing well in the Russian league as well. But I think if we can keep our momentum going, we can definitely beat them.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll join us for future watch-alongs as well. All right, so with that, I think we're going to wrap up this watch-along. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed the watch along, if you enjoyed the match, please give us a like or a share on any of these social media platforms. Anything you can do to help support us also helps us get into the hands of more Leicester City fans around the world, and always helps us sort of share matches like these that you might not get to see on TV. We do have live shows that come on all through the week. We don't just do the watch-alongs. So if it so interests you, please always feel free to tune in. We got matches, or we got shows every day that are live. We offer you the chance to sort of tune in and can chat with us in the chat as well all the time. And then, Jono, thanks so much to you as well for being a lovely co-host through the game.
It's been a pleasure.
It's
been a pleasure.
And we will see. No, sorry about that. I have a little bit of a delay. And we will hopefully see you all at the next match. Hope you all take care and have a great evening.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.